You did. You made up for that when you hired to fire Jim Harbaugh and hire Jim Tom Sula. I mean, that was just that was the most joke, straight abomination, fam.
That was diabolical.
You know what I mean? That's exactly what that was. You know what I mean? That was diabolical, man. Like that was like, bro, how you go from Jim Harbaugh to Jim Tom Sula, bro? Come on, man. Like you all up in your feelings, fam. You really think you finna do something with man?
Like Jim Harbaugh because he wanted the team. He wanted 100% of like team management.
Yeah, he like, bro, I'm the one that's didn't fix the team, nigga. Let me, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm the head coach.
I'm the head coach.
You know what I'm saying? Let me control the pieces on the chessboard. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna fire this nigga. Come on, bro. Because of
and then try to make it seem like, oh, it was a mutual. Man, it wasn't no mutual, nothing there. We all know what happened, man. Y'all wanted him up out of there. And you and Trent Baalke, because
that's just like you got a really good quarterback, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Joe Montana. Nigga, you let them niggas call the plays
right
in a huddle. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that you're supposed to give them that much trust.
Speaking of that, nigga, I seen that nigga
Steve Young?
Yeah, bro, I seen that nigga Steve Young. Boy, that nigga was right there, bro, crossing the light, going from he was crossing the light. I'm seeing Steve Young crossing the light, going from, you know, when you come from Palo Alto, right there by the new the Four Seasons.
Yeah, he worked right there.
Okay, right there where you crossing the light, you know what I mean, and you finna go from Palo Alto to East Palo Alto. So you cross that light, you to East Palo Alto. That nigga was sitting at the stoplight. That nigga was in a van like this, bro. Old that nigga. He was in a. It was a. What was it called? But it was basically like that. What is that one called? Oh, it was a Sienna, a Toyota Sienna. You feel me? It was a Toyota Sienna. I said, this nigga Steve Young. You know what I'm saying? Nigga sitting there chilling. First time earlier this year, he was in Menlo at the little Caribbean restaurant. You feel me? At the little what's that shit called? The backyard. He was at the backyard. What's good with y'all, man? Off the top, man. William Revelers, what's good? What's good with everybody, man? Snax on Sports. I'm back with another one. You understand me? You understand me? What y'all on, gang? We finna talk about this. I know it's football season. I know it's football season, and I'm gonna get to that tomorrow night. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get to my week 3 recaps and all that. But you feel me? I wanted to talk about this, man, before the story get too old. You feel me? Tracy McGrady and Gilbert Arenas, they back at it. they back at it on the Kobe slander, on the shenanigans, you understand me? So I wanted to speak on that, man. What y'all got going? William Rivella said, let's go New York Giants. New York Giants? Hey, y'all in a heap of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Y'all is in a heap of trouble. You should have won that game last week against the Cowboys. You feel me? And then Russell Wilson went on here with the bed yesterday. You feel me? So, yeah, man. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's time for Jackson Dart. If that's his name. What's his name? Jackson Dart or whatever. I don't know if it's time for that man. But, yeah, y'all in a heap of trouble. But I'm going to get on that tomorrow night, man. Tonight I'm on the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Tonight I'm on the NBA. Hit it. So we finna talk about that. What y'all on? NBA is coming back. Yes, sir. NBA is almost here. We almost here. Today is the first day of fall, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? And we up. Today's the first day of fall. Summer over now. So now we getting into the meat part of sports season. You feel me? We got college football, we got the NFL, MLB playoffs getting ready to start. Basketball on its way back. You feel me? So shout out to you though, William. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you from New York. Hey, you know what I mean? Stick with your teams, man. New York Knicks, New York Giants, New York Yankees, and all that, or even if it's the Mets, if it's the Jets, whoever. You feel me? She be mobbing, bro. Every time she pull off, she always pull off like that. But yeah, man, definitely. You know what I mean? I'm just talking shit, but definitely stick with your team. You win, lose, or draw. You feel me? Beyond the field, in the building, you understand me? What's going down? Yeah, we finna talk about this Gills Arena. Tracy McGrady back slandering the boy name. You know what I mean? Mamba, you feel me? Let me find my little clip real quick. 60%. I'm going through my emails. My bad. I should have did this shit earlier. But select, unread, delete that. Yeah. But okay. Nigga said, the baby, is that you? You feel me? Yeah, I mean, I wish I had that the baby money, you understand me? But yeah, let me get to this, man. All right. Let's get to this. I was watching this the other day. Let me go to my history. I'm finna jump right into it, man. All I'm finna do is play a couple of clips and give my little commentary. You know what I'm saying? On it. You understand me? Going through all of this. Bishop was on this. Oh, I was watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on this shit last night. Yesterday. Woody woo. Where's that? Saturday. Week 2 recap. My bad, y'all. I could just search it, but I'm trying to go back to my history and find. Okay, here we go. You feel me? Let's get into it. We're going to get right into it right here, right now.
You both made an appearance on First Take, Fanatics Fest. So during the discussion about the obsession with ring culture, teammate, you said if you replaced Kobe on the Lakers and got to play with prime Shaq, you both made an appearance on First Take. You both made an appearance from Oakland all the way to Sunset. That makes sense. So they can see the Cadillac. They can see the Escalade on the strip. Yeah, boy. That's that drive.
They ain't got no rings. Instead, he want to talk to you.
And then drive all the way back.
That's crazy, y'all.
But that up and down 3 times took an hour and a half, 2 hours though.
I was on the Warriors. I did that too.
There was nothing to do. It was a different. I was wild. Yeah, it was. We're reflecting on. I just got my car too. I was wild. Come on, boy.
You put a lot of miles on that.
What? So Gil, you mentioned Kobe. I got you both here on this couch, so we got to talk about a situation
All right, here we go.
that went down back in June. Yeah. You both made an appearance on First Take, Fanatics Fest. So during the discussion about the obsession with ring culture, teammate, you said if you replaced Kobe on the Lakers and got to play with a prime Shaq, you would have won rings too. There was a lot more to it.
Ring.
Oh, ring. Ring. Shit, boy.
You wouldn't have won no rings. T-Mac, you wouldn't have won nothing.
A lot of people have opinions about what you said. Most of them were negative, but Gil came to your defense multiple times in the aftermath on this very couch.
Of course, Gil came to his defense.
Back in the early 2000s was between you
and
Kobe,
got no ring.
The top shooting guards in the league. So would you care to elaborate, clarify, or even address the haters' response to your comment?
So here's the deal, right? Like, when we talking basketball, we talking hypotheticals all the fucking time. All the time, right? And it was around the ring culture of what we were talking about. And we talking early 2000. People went to the Rocket years and
Bro.
We specifically talking about a very minute time in my career when I was on that level, right? That's what we're talking about. So I'm looking at Shaq, and you got to think, San Antonio and the Lakers won all the fucking championships at that time. Like nobody else was winning. So when I said it, and here's what I do want to say. Ain't nobody replacing Kobe.
Well, why you say it then? Don't try to walk it back now.
Kobe. And people forget that I'm one of the biggest advocates out here defending when Kobe is disrespected. And if anybody took disrespect to what I said, it's on you.
No, it ain't on us. It's on you.
It wasn't no disrespect to my brother Bean.
It was all disrespect to him.
Wherever y'all
you shouldn't have said what you said, boy.
He's one of the greatest, and I'll put him in that top 5 all the time. But it just goes back, when I look at who I was as a player at this time, and I'm looking at Shaq, the most dominant basketball player, and I'm seeing myself playing with a cat like Shaq, based off of the conversation around ring culture. Hell yeah, I would have won a ring with big fella.
Cap.
Right? And the reason I say that is because when you go back to early 2000 and you look on that all NBA list, who's right there with Kobe? I'm on that first team. I see you, Nick.
Yeah.
And I want
First off, I'm going to just keep saying this. First off, it's like this, right? Bro, I could see, I just had this conversation with one of my homies. I could see if this was a player, for example, like an Allen Iverson, who at least made it, who at least got a team to the finals before. This dude, Tracy McGrady, never even got out the first round. So how do you equate you not being able to even win a first round matchup as the number one player, as the star player on the team, to you would have been able to win a ring with Shaq? That don't even equate, because you trying to plop yourself right in and swap yourself out to where Kobe was at, right? But Kobe, we seen what Kobe was without Shaq. Kobe made 3 finals in a row without Shaq. Kobe won back-to-back championships without Shaq. So it wasn't like Kobe without Shaq couldn't get out of the first round like you. He was able to get out of the first round. He went all the way to the finals and 3 times and won 2 championships. So I disagree that you know what I mean, with who you was at that time. Man, all you was doing was scoring a whole bunch of points, bro. You ain't had the mentality that Kobe had, and you definitely wasn't as tough as Kobe. You know what I'm saying? You always had some type of little knick-knack injuries that you was sitting down for and wasn't playing through. Kobe was playing through all them injuries. Like Kobe was like, what? Broken finger? What? Wrap it up. Hey, I'm wrap it up. I'm finna go lace him up. I'm getting back out there on that court. Yeah. You feel me? Ain't nothing finna keep me out of the, you know what I mean? I'm not finna not play because a little fractured finger or this nigga was playing with torn rotator cuffs and all type of knee ailments and foot injuries and back problems and all type of shit. Kobe was playing through all that. You feel me? Tracy McGrady, you wasn't playing through nothing. You feel me? Somebody coughed on you, you was sitting out. So no, my point is you can't equate. How can you say that you can just slap you right in there where Kobe was, and when he was with Shaq, and you will be able to win championships, when without Shaq, Kobe was able to win 2 championships back to back, and without Shaq, for you wasn't even able to advance past the first round. So no, that don't add up. I don't, you know what I mean? I understand what you're trying to say. Oh yeah, we talking in hypotheticals and this and that and blah blah blah. I don't see it. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. This nigga trying to make it seem like Shaq was just going around winning championships with everybody. No, Shaq won championships with Kobe Bryant. That's it. When he won that championship with Dwayne Wade, that was Dwayne Wade's team. Dwayne Wade was in the league. You know what I'm saying? So nah, like they won those championships because of how good Kobe was, the mentality that he had, that Mamba mentality. You feel me? The toughness, you know what I mean? That work ethic, that perseverance, that will. You know what I mean? That's the reason why they won it. Whatever that extra oomph that Kobe had inside of him, that's why they was able to win them championships, bro. So no, you can't just swap Kobe out and put you in, and then you would have won a championship with Shaq. No, it don't work like that. And I ain't even gonna let you do it, big dog. You understand me? Yeah, we ain't doing that. Oh, messages. We ain't doing that. Now let me get back to this fool lying.
You his favorite player. That's a fucking hard.
But here's what I want.
But
I want you to challenge that. I want you to challenge that. Right? Don't hold shit back. I want you to challenge that.
I got you.
I ain't gonna take no offense to anything. Just don't be disrespectful. Don't be fighting with this motherfucker. But, no, I'm joking. But when I look at the player who I was at this specific time, I'm not saying I'm Kobe. I don't have to be Kobe to play with Shaq and win a championship. D Wade proved that, didn't he? Right? D Wade proved that.
Nah, bro. D Wade
very
was the driving force of that, though. Like D Wade didn't play with D Wade. You can't say that. That don't add up, or it don't make sense. D Wade played with a lesser version of Shaq. He didn't play with the super dominant Shaq. He was still he still had something in the tank at that time. But D Wade didn't get to play with the same Shaq that Kobe played with. Period, point blank, on my mama.
Time in my career when I was considered top 5 player in the NBA. That's all we're talking about. And looking at based off of what Shaq and who he was
at that moment
in time. Throw me in there. That's no disrespect to Bean.
Yes, it is.
No disrespect to Bean. Man, he's a dog. The man is one of the greatest top 5 players.
That is disrespect.
Ever.
That is disrespect to Bean, bro. Because it don't work like, bro.
But we talking about that small, minute.
You wasn't like that. T-Mac wasn't like that, bro.
I would have won one.
Swaggy.
Everybody said they would have won one. Y'all could have won one. See,
first of all,
this is what I say. You know what? I think to knocking the talent both of y'all had, is you ain't got the mindset to go in there and say either Shaq or me that win the championship. Like, y'all could have got that. Y'all own the team.
They didn't win that.
Y'all could have went and got a Shaq. Like, Kobe went in there and said, there, get this fat motherfucker out here. Like, you gotta have that type of guts. Y'all got the talent, but the nuts.
Hold on.
Telling somebody to get rid of Shaq, and they do it.
Swag. They lost.
Listen.
But
But
they
he
lost.
won after that.
No, but what I'm saying is, at that moment in time, so me, when I said I can replace somebody, I'm not talking about Kobe. I'm talking about 15, the 15 player. That's where I was at that time. When I said I was
But
the
look
last
at the
person on the
mindset of
bench.
Kobe at 20-something and tell somebody to get rid of one of the greatest centers.
That wasn't at 20?
You was in high school, though.
20-something.
You was in high school.
I know where I was at.
So I was at the end of the bench, so I can replace the nigga at the end of the bench. That was easy, right? Let's replace. We both not playing. I can get that ring.
But
right? Worst case scenario, maybe Derek Fisher. I don't know if I had defense like that at that moment in time, but
You never had no defense.
I was a bench player. So, but I can sit on the end of the bench, 03, 04, and win a championship.
Well, y'all know, we're not talking about that.
Oh.
But you're talking about taking somebody out.
But you know the funny part about this?
But listen though.
About not taking motherfuckers.
But this is
let's talk basketball and why not though.
99
So the mindset part.
That's what I'm saying.
But you talking about telling Shaq going to tell them to get Shaq out of there? He was like 24, 25 years old.
But that's the mindset Kobe had. Like he taking
Exactly.
shots, taking fuck Shaq at this point. It's about me.
But that's why they lost.
But
see, nobody wants to give
it over. He got five.
No, see, you're talking about the future.
See. I don't know what they say. What are you talking about? Like Nick Young is speaking facts, bro. Swaggy P is speaking facts. He's saying that you gotta have that Zelly Mack in the building. You gotta have that mindset, right? To be able to go into the front office and say, get Shaq up out of there. I ain't trying to play with you. He's saying, Swaggy P is saying, Kobe had the mindset and he believed in himself so much to go up in there and tell the front office to say, bro, it's on me. Get Brody up out of here. You feel me? Y'all put y'all trust and y'all faith in me, and we gonna go ahead on and win a championship. They trying to say Gilbert is trying to stay. Like, I don't understand what's the point of. See, I understand because he trying to stick on his point. He trying to stick right there. You up out of here? All right. For sure. So Gilbert wants to stay right there on that year, 04 or 05 or whatever, when Kobe said to go to get Shaq up out of there. He want to stay right there and disregard what happened in the future. But that was the whole point. Nick Young is basically saying, he didn't say we gonna win it this year. He's saying, get Shaq up out of here. I ain't trying to play with this dude no more. He lays it in a mofo, and put your trust in me, and I'm going to get us back to the promised land. And that's exactly what he did. So that's what Nick Young is saying. Nick Young is saying it all came through to fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they ended up going to another 3 consecutive finals and winning 2 in a row, back to back, 09, 010. So what Nick Young is saying is Kobe was right. He had the audacity to tell somebody to get rid of Shaq O'Neal, who was the most dominant player in the league at that time. He had the audacity to go up in there and say, man, get rid of him, put y'all trust in me. I'm going to get us back to the promised land. And they did that. And he was right. You feel me? But Gilbert Arenas want to stay stuck right there in 04 and 05 so he can, because that'll help him prove whatever erroneous point that he's trying to make.
No, Nick, don't go too far.
So
see? Don't go too far.
We talking 2000? No, we going 2000, 2004. We give you that.
Two
right?
first team All NBA selections.
And that's around that time. He totally got Shaq out there.
We got Shaq out what? 2005?
04.
But they already had 3 chips at this time.
Yeah, so they wanted 3 chips. So I had this conversation
you
with
gotta
Derek
say his
Fisher.
mindset was like, I'm not number 2.
But
it's me or him.
Now
I got mad because when they didn't even say how Kobe said he got mad when he kept saying it's Shaq.
Right, but did they win though?
No. See, that's the problem that nobody
What
wants
you
to
mean
admit.
did they win? They did ultimately win.
I had this conversation. I said, what happened to championship 4 and 5? And this is what Derek Fisher was saying. He said, during that 3-peat, we're sitting there watching Kobe go from a Robin to him. Like, we're sitting there like,
Bro, what is these niggas talking about?
yo.
We all was watching
like,
that.
who team is like,
we all was watching that.
You know, Shaq is like, oh, y'all know who did. And they're sitting there like, yo, young fellas like that. So he said, so we start the next year. Shaq is hurt. He said, so Kobe takes reign. And that's when Kobe starts the season off killing. Shaq comes back, and they're like, yo, hey, take a back seat. No. So he said,
I ain't taking no back seat, the fat boy.
These two, or what's it? So Shaq is like, I ain't playing defense. You ain't, pass me the ball.
Yeah.
So he said, we would have won the fourth one if it was still Shaq in front. Yeah. Because Shaq in front, he played his game. Yeah. Kobe was going to do Kobe no matter what. So Shaq wasn't ready to
Cap.
And that hurt his feelings. And because it hurt his feelings, he wasn't fucking around.
What he's saying.
That's the mindset.
But listen,
you gotta have.
Listen, no.
T-Mac.
No.
T-Mac is the best player in the league. I could go into Orlando office and say, get Patrick Ewing, Orlando. Get who else you had? What is the goal? What's the goal? Armstrong ass out of here and go get me some players. I can do that.
What's the goal?
Listen to what was saying. Derek Fisher is saying, if Shaq would have stayed the number one option, we would have won 4 and 5.
Listen.
He's saying because of this.
That's cap.
Shaq as the number one, he plays number one. Kobe is going to beat Kobe, 1 or 2. Shaq at 2, he wasn't mentally ready.
And I know this.
So who fault is that?
Only had Kobe doing him, and Shaq was mentally not there. But so when you're saying the reason.
So basically what you're saying is Shaq needs to be pampered. You basically saying Shaq, if they wasn't catering to him and if he wasn't the lead dog, the number one guy, he checked out. I don't want no nigga like that on my team. Get him up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get him up out of here. He was right. Hey, get him up out of here, bro. Like, and who ended up with more championships? Shaq 4, Kobe 5. So I don't want to hear it. I absolutely don't want to hear it.
Reason that you didn't
they make a whole bunch of excuses.
Is because Kobe at that moment in time wanted to prove he was the number one option and say fuck these championships. And Shaq at that time was like, all right, you're the number one option. All right, let's see. So he's willing to let him try to do it on his own. Yeah, but that's so you don't win for.
That's what I'm talking about as winning a championship.
You're willing.
Who's got that mindset?
You're willing to lose. So you're willing to lose.
But Shaq went to Miami and played number 2 for D-Wade.
Because he got convincing. But you're willing to lose.
See, now he just so now Nick Young just proved that whole argument that Gilbert is trying to say, oh, Derek Fisher was talking about if towards the end of their run, instead of Kobe trying to surpass Shaq and being the 1A, 1B or the number one guy or whatever, if Kobe would have still stayed in that Shaq is the lead role, then they would have got number 4 and 5. You know what I'm saying? Because Shaq is the type of player that out if the team don't cater to him or whatever the situation may be, right? Nick, that's what Gilbert Arenas is saying, what Derek Fisher said. Swaggy P just got through saying, okay, well, if that's the case, then why he go over to the Miami Heat and play second fiddle to Dwayne Wade? So you will play second fiddle to Dwayne Wade willingly, but you won't play second fiddle to Kobe Bryant? So that don't make no sense. That's what Swaggy is saying. Swaggy is saying, like, bro, you ended up going to a whole nother team playing second fiddle anyway. So what is you talking about?
If this was Kobe in 2009-10, if this was Kobe in 2009 and 10, that mentality, if he had that mentality back then, he would have been like, yeah, big fella, it's still your team. Because he knew, long as I say it's your team, don't mean it's your team.
Yeah.
Zelly say, He's saying if it was about the rings, why did Kobe want Shaq out of there? Nah, he's saying what he's trying to say is that, like I said, you know, he's trying to say that Derek Fisher was saying that, you know, yeah, they seen that Kobe was on the rise, you know what I mean, and he was coming, pause, you know what I'm saying? But he's saying that Kobe has a killer mentality, period. Not that Shaq don't, but Shaq needed to be catered to. You know what I mean? He needed to be fed the ball and made to feel like he's the number one guy. And since early in that year, Kobe was not allowing that to happen. He's saying that basically that's the reason why they ultimately didn't get rings number 4 and number 5 together. I disagree with that, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no guarantee that they would have, you know what I mean? It's that, like, I think everything that happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at it as, you know, if Kobe would have stayed in that role or whatever and played second fiddle to Shaq, then they would have ended up winning number 1. I mean, they would end up winning number 4 and number 5. Well, Kobe ended up winning number 4 and number 5 anyway. So what are you talking about? But then they want to say, oh, no, don't go that far. We ain't talking about that far down the line. You know what I'm saying? Stay right here. Nah, bro. Why we got to stay right here? Why we got to stay right here?
I'm gonna still come down here. Now I get to make you play defense. I get to make you play defense because if you're not the number 1 option mentally, you're not giving us shit down here. You're not being the killer.
But Swag, let me ask you this.
If you don't understand the rules,
to me, that's not a good excuse to make. Like, that's not a good, you know what I mean? That's not a valid point to make.
Saying,
you know what I'm saying? Like, he's trying to say that like that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? If we don't cater to you, then you ain't gonna give us nothing on the defense. Like, what type of player is that? What type of selfish, egomaniac, egotistical, all about me type of player is that? You feel me? Not did we win or did we lose, but did I get the ball though? You feel me?
Because Kobe has the mentality to get rid of Shaq and try to do it on his own is the reason why you don't think I can go in and play with Shaq to win a chip?
Because you had the opportunity to do that type of stuff, though.
How?
You had a team, you had a whole franchise, and you could have went in there and said, get rid of this person and get this person.
What you mean how? See, that's how you know. That's how you know somebody ain't got nothing to say. That's how you know you beating somebody in an argument, because all they can keep doing is repeating the same thing. How? How? Where? Who? How? He got you beat, bruh. Nick Young on here spitting facts. What he's saying is, dude, you had a chance. You had an opportunity. Don't make it seem like Kobe was just given some type of easy route to win championships or whatever, you know what I'm saying, just because he had Shaq. Like, bro, you had a chance. You could have done the same. He's saying, Nick Young is saying, you could have did the same thing. You feel me, Zeddy Mac? How? Like, you could have did the same thing that Kobe did. Put your foot down. Hey, went to another team, tried to get somebody to come play with you, whatever the situation may be. The reason why you wasn't doing that is because you wasn't concerned with that. You was concerned with individual stats and individual awards and individualism. That's the reason why.
When it got somebody else.
How?
See?
The same way Kobe did. That's what I'm saying.
Kobe ain't do that.
He got rid of Shaq.
Hold on. But
no, they did. He still won 2 more with that.
Yeah, see, you're moving the goalpost to when he's 30. We're talking about when he's 24.
Hold on.
I don't get that argument.
All right,
Hold on.
I don't get the whole argument of I mean, for one, he already had 3 rings at that point. But I don't get the whole argument of trying to stick there and stay in a certain year and not acknowledge the fact that what Kobe initially was trying to get the Lakers to do, they did, and it benefited them, and it ended up working out. Like, you know what I'm saying? He told them, listen, I don't want to play with Shaq no more. Get rid of bruh. I promise you, I'm going to put the franchise on my back, and we going to go win some more championships. And that's exactly what happened.
Oh, hold on. You're talking about 24 men tag.
Let's go back. You're going too far. Let's go back. I told you, it's a small little area. We're talking about early 2000, 2003, 2004. How am I going to go into my management and tell them to get rid of injured Grant Hill to better my team?
You got to do what you got to do. You got to have that mama mentality, but fuck everybody to win a championship.
And what's so funny is what you're saying is the result of why he's there.
See, you always say it's your team. If y'all would use that against him.
No.
If he say it's Shaq team.
If he's smart, everybody said it was Shaq. He's just making him feel better.
So you gotta fight against that if you really want to be the #1 player ever.
What does it matter?
You gotta fight against all.
So, bro.
Let me ask you, bro. If he has 7 rings right now.
That's what I was just about to say. I was just about to say,
exactly.
if they won 6 or 7 rings straight, then Kobe would be the greatest basketball player ever. With Shaq.
But y'all don't even count as 5. Y'all say he got 3 on being a sidekick.
But this not
getting 5 more with Shaq. That just
But I'm gonna tell you what the
Kobe is on number 11 in people's eyes. I'm
gonna tell you the problem. This was the problem.
I see what you got.
This was the problem that no one thought about or looked at during that time. Is Kobe won his 3rd ring. Right? And at that time, he's the first shooting guard who is considered the next Michael Jordan. Just did what Michael Jordan did. 3-peated.
Yeah.
And still.
Who came back that year?
Who came back where? Oh, MJ.
MJ came back in the NBA while Kobe won his 3rd ring. What do you think the MJ media started doing?
Now we talking about now they want to go to Michael Jordan and all of this. I don't understand, bro.
Creation.
Wow, MJ was never.
Zelly said, what's crazy is the year that Shaq went to Miami, it was clear he was on a decline. On my mama. That's the reason why. So when Gilbert Arenas is talking about, Derek Fisher said that, for one, that was just a tumultuous, what's the word? That was a tumultuous, turmoil-filled, okay? That was at the height of the Shaq and Kobe beef. Shaq was on a decline. And Kobe, everybody know Kobe was going through the R-word case. Okay? I just said he was going through the rape case in Denver, Colorado. Okay? So
second option on exactly while Kobe won.
So the whole so that's the real reason why they didn't get number 4 or number 5, because Shaq was on a decline. Not because Kobe was trying to overtake Shaq for the lead dog, and if Shaq would have still been the lead dog, they would have won number 4 and number 5 and all that. That ain't got nothing to do with it. It's because Shaq was on the decline. That's the reason why.
On his 3rd ring.
So facts, Zelly.
What do you think the MJ media started doing? Wow, MJ was never a second option on a. See, nobody thinks about the narrative of what happened. MJ's media did exactly.
See, I just don't get it. This boy on there talking about narratives and media and all that stuff. What would T-Mac talking about if you swap me in and swap Kobe out, I'll win championships with Shaq? What do that got to do with that? See, they trying to deflect from the main topic and talk around in circles and confuse niggas. You know, this is what a broad do when you having a disagreement with her. They doing what broads do. Get to talk about a whole bunch of shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You feel me? Trying to confuse you and get you off the main point. You know what I mean? Because you was schooling her on whatever the main point was. So now she's trying to get you off that.
Exactly what MJ's media do. NBC, all of it. Oh, those are not real.
Bro.
You're second option. You're just a Robin. No one.
That was the media, bro.
That was the media.
Because as players, when we watching this shit, when I'm watching Cole in 2000, my brother can tell you, bro, I'm in my living room. When I'm watching the NBA Finals and Shaq fouls out of that game and Kobe took over.
Now listen to what he said. Listen to what he said. When I'm watching the NBA Finals. Why was you watching, bro? You had just as much as the opportunity to be playing instead of watching. But you talking about I'm watching the NBA Finals while being an active NBA player, but you watching instead of playing. And you want to sit up there and talk about, oh, you could have did this and did that with Shaq, and you would have had all these rings if you was in Kobe position and all that. I don't want to hear it.
Bro, I'm running around my fucking, because this my dude.
F out of here.
I'm running around my house going crazy watching my dude take over this game, bro. That's when I was like, oh yeah, this motherfucker arrived, bro. Like he is that dude. So when I'm watching him at that time, I'm not looking at him to be a sidekick or a second option to Shaq. Hell no, I'm looking at him like he's that dude. He was putting up crazy numbers alongside of him. Could it be the case that the media, same thing what they did with KD, right? Listening to the media, what they was portraying, oh, you can't win championship.
Man, KD did that to himself, man. Stop making excuses for these fools, man. Don't nobody want to hear nothing about no KD. The media made KD do something. The media ain't make KD do nothing, man. He did that because he knew he couldn't win no championships on his own. So he went and joined a dynasty, a 73-9 team to say, man, I know I can go win some easy championships over there. Let me go on and do that.
Right? So he got to go to Golden State, wins a championship, he falls into that. And I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying, could it be the same thing happened to Cole, where they were saying he was a second option, called him the sidekick, and then he goes.
I'm listening to everything. I'm there. I'm just sitting there just. And that's where it comes from, because he didn't even have. I remember
everybody in chat gave you boy a like one time.
This was they used to do the GM survey.
Yeah.
In the GM surveys, they did like the best small forward, best shooting guard. They did all that weird like best one-on-one. They started changing it. So they said best shooting guard. They always had you at forward. And they had him at the shooting guard. And then that year you led the league in scoring, they put you to shooting guard. They see where you rank, so you were second in shooting guard and then first in small forwards. And then the very next year,
Zellyback said maybe he thinks because D-Wade won a shit with Shaq, he could have done the same thing. Man, D-Wade was a dog, especially at that time. So all this, my thing is like this, bro. You can't come back 15, 20 years later talking about shoulda, woulda, coulda. I coulda did this. I woulda, if I woulda had. If I woulda. Bro, that's loser talk. That's the reason why these dudes are sitting up here with no rings. Well, if I woulda had this. And man, you had all the opportunity in the world. I don't want to hear it. You had all the opportunities in the world. You didn't do it. So I don't want to hear nothing about nothing if I would have had this and I would have had that. That's loser talk. DM say he definitely could have won chips with Shaq. No, he couldn't have. T-Mac was that guy in Orlando. Well, why didn't T-Mac was that guy? You talking about from an individual scoring standpoint. What did they win? They didn't win nothing. So you ain't that guy if you ain't winning nothing. I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about none of that. How about just because you were scoring a whole bunch of points and you had a few little highlights or whatever. What did you win? What team were you on where y'all actually accomplished something and won some games and made a deep run into the playoffs? It never happened. You feel me? On my mama, Zelly Max sending them cash apps and them super chats. Come on now. Run that, man. What do you say? What do you say? Injuries just piled up when he got to Houston. Bro, that's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. Kobe Bryant had injuries. Bro. You making my point. DM Tabor, you making my point, bro. You making my point. Kobe had injuries, my nigga. Kobe had all type of injuries. Fingers, thumbs, wrists, hands, back, knees, feet. Kobe had all type of injuries, bro. Kobe was playing through them shits. Period, point blank. Kobe was playing. Kobe didn't let no little fractured thumb or a fractured finger or whatever keep him out of the game. He said, tape that shit up. And I'm finna lace him up. I got to go win this championship, fam. I'm not finna let no little brother. So injuries. Kobe's like, I'm not finna let no little small, no little knick-knack injuries keep me out of the game. So injuries that's not an excuse, bro. Okay? You could have played through that. Or that it proves my point the other way that you too injury prone. And I don't know why. I hate when people, I understand in certain aspects of certain games, you gotta bring up the injury factor because injuries do alter outcomes of games and outcomes of seasons and stuff like that. For example, the 49ers in the 2022 NFC Championship game. Once Brock Purdy got hurt and couldn't continue to play no more, they didn't have no quarterback after that. After that, I mean, the game was over. But I'm saying from the standpoint of little knick-knack injuries throughout the year and all that, bro, injuries is a part of the game. You play sports, you gonna get hurt. At some point, it ain't if you gonna get hurt, it's when you gonna get hurt. At a certain point, you're gonna have some type of little injury. You feel me? T-Mac didn't have that same toughness, that same inner whatever was in Kobe wasn't in T-Mac. That's the whole point. So when he was over there in Orlando, okay, you had some good games, you put up some points. You did some stuff individually. That don't just because you able to individually score some buckets, that don't put you on a level with Kobe Bryant, bro. Not at all. Kobe was doing it. Kobe was putting up individual stats and all that stuff with Shaq while winning championships. Then did it after Shaq. You feel me? Nathan Vita say the vibes are immaculate. On my mama, right on, bro. Let me see. Is that he back? He wasn't taking care of his body, and it's well documented. On my mama, T-Mac went to like, bro, because everybody's mentality ain't to just win by any means necessary. That's the reason why Kobe got 5 rings. because that's all he gave a damn about was winning championships. He like, by any means necessary, bro. I got to win, big dog. I got to do this. T-Mac, he was a great player. He was a great overall player, bro. But that extra oomph, that extra little something that you got to have, you know what I'm saying, in order to be able to win a championship and become an all-time great, you feel me? T-Mac didn't have that. He wasn't willing to play through he didn't have that mental fortitude to be able to play through injuries. He didn't have that. You feel me? T-Mac is one of the top. Hey, I got a little injury, man. I'm finna sit this one down, man. I gotta sit this one out. I'm still getting paid anyway. So it is what it is. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying that you're not on that same level, bro. You feel me? But injuries, that's not an excuse. That more proves my point. You feel me?
That category didn't even exist no more. Yeah. Right? So it was, I'm sitting there, I used to watch it in real time. Yeah. So I seen what the MJ media was doing. And then when Kobe was going into that next year.
Adam Kigley said T-Mac was overrated to begin with. I agree. I'm not saying that T-Mac wasn't a great player, but I think T-Mac was overrated from this standpoint. I'm going to say this. And the results don't do nothing but prove it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we could talk and all this or what it's. Like I said, to me, it's loser talk. And it's the reason why these dudes don't got no rings is because they getting on podcasts 15, 20 years later and all that, talking about, well, if I would have had this and if I would have had that, and bro, we don't want to hear that. Bro, find a way to get it done with what you got. I don't want to hear no excuses about what you didn't have and you didn't this. And then if that's the case, then you can't say that you was on you definitely can't say you was on a certain level with Kobe. Okay? We see what Kobe did after Shaq left or was traded or whatever. We seen what he did. He won two more whole championships after that and went to 3 consecutive finals. So Kobe validated his career. Like those last 2 championships put him in a different stratosphere. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why he was right. That's the reason why he wanted Shaq up out of there. He said it many times. Y'all just think I'm some sidekick. Like he was out to prove that, nah, bro, I'm not no sidekick. I can get it done as the lead dog. And he went out and proved it. So I don't understand, bro, how T-Mac can sit up here and act like, man, just swap me and Kobe, just swap us out and you're going to get the same results. Nah, bro, you're not going to get the same results. And it's proven by what we actually know, what the actual results are. 5 rings to 0 rings. Period, point blank. 5 rings against a player that couldn't even, as the lead dog, couldn't even get out of the first round, bro. Like, what are we even talking about here? Just like I told my nigga Zelly Mack earlier. Bro, I could understand if it was a player who at least got to a championship. You know what I'm saying? I could understand, or at least got to a finals, at least got to a, you know, like AI did, or at least got to a conference finals, like Melo did. Bro, you couldn't even get out of the first round on no team you was on, whether it was Toronto, Orlando, Houston. You couldn't even get out the first round. I don't want to hear nothing, bro. That Houston team has some. You had Yao Ming. That Houston team. You had Ron Artest was over there. That Houston team has some players over there, bro. And y'all can even get one of those years when he was with Houston. They went on like a 21 or 22 game winning streak in the middle of the season and still got bounced out in the first round. So the team was good enough. You feel me? For whatever reason, he wasn't able to get it done, bro. You got to accept that. You got to own that. But the overrated thing as far as me when it comes to T-Mac is it's like this. Because I remember T-Mac's career, all of that, right? So my thing is like, it's what they say about the Basketball Hall of Fame, right? It's like, to me, T-Mac on some real shit, he's like a borderline Hall of Famer, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see. Let me look up T-Mac's career stats. Okay. Because like I said, let me see. Let's see here, big dog. Okay. Okay. So about the middle of his career, let me see what y'all saying. T-Mac, okay, let me see. Let me see. Kobe played hurt a lot. I give you that. Kobe played hurt all the time, bro. Like he just played through injuries, straight up. Like it wasn't no, you feel me? See Sisley. Let me see. Cody say Wolves winning within the next year. We'll see. Ant and company. Cody say, fuck Kobe. Y'all niggas be going bad. Zeddy Mac say, T-Mac even admitted to not playing, taking practice seriously, and relying on his natural ability, which has probably led to him having back injuries. Oh, my mama. That's all I'm saying. Like, what did they say? What's the saying? Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, your work ethic is going to always take you further than natural ability. You know what I'm saying? Always, bro. Chosen ones, hip-hop assumptions, imagination. Reggie Miller was better than Michael Jordan. Yeah. Stay off the crack cocaine. Yeah. Stay off the crack cocaine. So in the middle of T-Mac's career, he had some good years, bro. I ain't gonna sit here, okay? Orlando, 2000, 2001. 77 games played, 26 points a game, right? Orlando 0102, 76 games played, 25 points a game. Orlando 0203, 32 points a game, 75 games played. Orlando 0304, 28 points per game, 67 games played. Then Houston. Okay, you go to Houston 04, 78 games played, 25 points per game. 05, 06, he played 47 games. That's when he started getting hurt, 24 points a game. Houston. So somebody earlier said in Orlando it was the injury. He wasn't injured in Orlando. You can see it right here. It's only 82 games in the season. He played 77, 76, 75. You know, his last year in Orlando, you know, he missed 15 games, but 67 ain't too shabby. So it wasn't injuries. You feel me? And then he started going downhill. His last really great season, I'll probably give him 06, 07, 24 points per game, but he played 71, you know what I mean? And then he started to go down. 07, 08, 21. By that time, that's when Kobe and the Lakers was on ascension back up. Okay, 07, 08 is the year that they went to and lost to the Boston Celtics. Then 08, 09, they won the championship. So T-Mac was falling off when Kobe was still winning championships. And Kobe is a year older and came into the league a year before him and was still going strong. Okay? So I was saying all this to say, Shy 45 said Kobe should have three-peated twice. Oh, my mama. I was saying all this to say that when it comes to T-Mac and him being inducted into the Hall of Fame, I'm not mad that he got inducted to the Hall of Fame. I was just kind of like on some, because I'm looking at it like this. You can put up numbers, you can put up stats, and numbers, you know, individual numbers is how you get into the Hall of Fame. You know, or that's one of the ways that you can get into the Hall of Fame. But individual numbers along with team success is how you are a bona fide Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? Somebody earlier brought up Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller is a bona fide Hall of Famer because I remember that era. He was one of the best at what he did. And you could say later on into his career, which was the year 2000, he went to the finals. That's who the Lakers won their first championship against, the Kobe and Shaq Lakers in 2000. It was against the Reggie Miller Indiana Pacers. So, and on top of that, during Jordan's era, he went up against Jordan in the Eastern Conference Finals and took them to 7 games. You know what I'm saying? This is team success. No, they didn't ultimately win it, but Reggie Miller consistently made deep playoff runs. You know what I'm saying? T-Mac never even got out the first round, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like I don't know what I just don't understand, you know, why he would even say these things. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's denying that you was a great player, but to sit up there and act like you could just swap you and Kobe out and you're gonna get the same results, you know what I'm saying? I don't agree with that. Isaiah say KD top 10. Bullshit. KD is not top 10. Over who? KD ain't Reggie played in that Jordan era. On my mama. It went toe-to-toe with him. Jordan rarely played in a game 7. It was only 2 times in Jordan's whole, since he began winning championships. I think he played in a few game 7s earlier in his career, like before he started winning championships. I know one of them series is against the Detroit Pistons went to 7 games. But during the 6 championships run, the 6 championships in 8 years, Jordan only went to game 7 twice. Once it was against the New York Knicks, and I believe in the first 3-peat, and then during the second 3-peat, it was once against the Indiana Pacers. So, you know what I'm saying? Reggie took him to the brink. You know what I'm saying? That's much respect for, you know, so that KD top over Magic. Bullshit. He ain't no top 10. He definitely ain't over Magic Johnson. What are you talking about? You feel me? I don't even really truly consider Kevin Durant as having rings like that. He got two of the most easiest, weaseliest rings that you can get, that a superstar can get in NBA history. Now, they count for Steph, Klay, and Dre because they was already there, was already an all-time great team and had already won a championship. And then they proved it by winning a championship after him. But KD, man, them shits don't count for KD like that. Oh my mama. You feel me? Them shits don't count for KD like that. Come on, bro. You didn't have to do nothing. You came over here and rolled niggas' coattails. On top of that, I don't know how many times I done said this on different episodes, on different lives. Tyronn Lue, the head coach, former NBA player, the head coach, everybody in the chat, give your boy a like one time. The head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers at that time, okay, out of his own mouth, Ty Lue came out and said, KD is a great player, one of the greatest scorers of all time, all that. When we play against the Golden State Warriors, our defense is geared towards blitzing Steph Curry, meaning Steph Curry is who we want to stop. Because so what he's saying is, as great as a player as KD is, okay, we're willing to leave him, and everybody know how great a player and how great a scorer KD is. He was willing to leave KD on an island by himself to do whatever he wanted to do, as long as we kept the little light-skinned nigga in check. Yeah, we got to keep him in check, because if he go off, we don't got a shot. We don't got a shot. That's the reason why Kevin Durant was able to do what he did while he was here with the Warriors. You feel me? Because Tyronn Lue came out and said it, bro. He was like, we want to stop. My defense is geared towards stopping Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna double team, triple team, whatever we got to do to get the ball out of his hands and keep him contained. But for KD, oh yeah, we leave. You know what I'm saying? We'll let him do what, because at least we still have some sort of a chance. You know what I mean? If we take that route. But if Steph Curry go off, it's a wrap. We don't got a shot. You feel me? Danny May, my boy Danny May in the building. Danny May, KD would have balled out no matter the circumstances. I'm not saying so this is what I'm saying, Danny May. I'm not saying he wouldn't have balled out. What I'm saying is, my point in saying that is what I'm proving is that who the opponent was, who the opponent was more who pumped more fear into the opponent. It was Steph Curry, because they understood his impact, and it came out to be proven, bro. The impact of a especially at home, okay, when it was Oracle, when they was playing in Oakland, or even where they at right now at Chase Center in San Francisco, the impact of a Steph Curry three-pointer, bro, it's like a bomb going off. And when he get into one of them zones where he going crazy, bro, like, it's so deflating for the opponent, bro. I done seen it year after year after year. Okay, so they saying we need to stop Steph Curry because the impact that he has on the rest of the team, on just the energy of the building, the crowd, the impact is like no other, bro. If he go off, it's a wrap. It's bad. All KD do is, and it was important, he's a bucket getter. But he don't really have no impact on the rest of the team. He don't really make nobody else better. Steph Curry, just by his sheer presence on the court, is a threat. It makes everybody else on the court a threat. It makes everybody else better. Because they paying attention to Steph Curry so much. They so much in fear of what he can do when he got the ball in his hand, and as soon as he come over half court, that it leaves wide open lanes and for other players. It's just other players benefit off the fact that Steph Curry is on the court. Kevin Durant he don't make players better, bro. He just a bucket getter. Ain't nothing wrong with that. He's still one of the all-time greats, but I'm just saying he don't have the same impact that Steph Curry had. Period, point blank. Everything proves it. You know what I'm saying? The fact that the 2 championships that Kevin Durant got came with Steph Curry. Steph Curry won the championship before KD and after KD. You feel me? Everybody want to talk about the 3-1 lead that the Warriors lost in the finals because LeBron James cheated and got the NBA to cheat for him. But they forget about the round before that when KD was up 3-1 too and got walked down. You feel me? So not only that, if you go back and look at the KD era with the Warriors, okay? This is all proven fact. I tell no lies. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no cap in my rap. Okay? If you go back and look at the numbers, you guys can look it up. I done said this many times too. When KD was here for those 3 years, the games where KD when KD was here, when Steph played but KD didn't, due to whether it was an injury or just load management or whatever, the team seen no drop off. When Steph played but KD didn't play, when he was here, there was no drop off as far as offensive efficiency, winning percentage, and just the total impact on the team. There was no drop off. Versus games where KD played but Steph didn't, there was a significant drop in offensive efficiency, total scoring average, win percentage, even defensive efficiency dropped off. And Steph Curry ain't even a great defender, but the fact that he's not on the court, the team wasn't as good. They were still a good team. They just weren't as good as when he was on the court. So everything proves it, bro. All the stats prove it. What we know now prove it. From 4 rings against 2 proves it. Everything proves it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I always said the only thing that KD has over Steph Curry is that he's taller. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like when they say, oh, KD is better than, no, he's just taller. That's it. Imagine Steph Curry at 6'11", 7 feet. You feel me? So that's the only thing that Steph Curry has, that KD has on Steph Curry. Because they would say, oh, well, if it was one-on-one, well, the thing about it is NBA, it's not one-on-one. It's 5-on-5 NBA basketball. So when it comes to 5-on-5 NBA basketball, team basketball, Steph Curry is better. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Ain't no one-on-ones, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you want to play one-on-one, go play in a one-on-one league. Yeah, ain't nobody getting paid millions and millions of dollars to go play one-on-one. So, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, bro. You feel me? Everything proves it. But to say KD is better than Magic Johnson, you must be smoking that good crack off top. KD ain't better than no damn. KD ain't above Magic Johnson all time. Magic Johnson, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. See, See, this is what I'm talking about. All these ifs. It's the same thing Tracy McGrady doing. All these ifs and wouldas and couldas. KD would have had a chip in Brooklyn if his foot was smaller. Bro, miss me with that Skip Bayless shit, bro. Like, it is what it is. I'm going to tell you why I don't want to hear that excuse, Isaiah, about KD woulda, shoulda, coulda had a chip. For one, that was only the second round. So it ain't no guarantee that they would have went on to win the third round or win the championship. That was only a second round matchup against the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, but this is not even that. This is why I don't want to hear that. I remember what happened in that series. I just remember the Brooklyn Nets were up 2-0. They got off to a 2-0 lead in that series. That means the Milwaukee Bucks had to win 4 of the last 5 games to win the series. And they did that. So I don't want to hear it. And in game 2, the Brooklyn Nets blew them out by 50. Blew them out by 50 points. It looked like, oh man, this over. This series is over. Okay? In game 2, they go up 2-0 and they blow them out by 50. It's over. But KD was too cocky. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't respect his opponent. He was looking at Giannis like he was beneath him. Nigga, now Giannis better than you. You know what I'm saying? And Giannis did something. Giannis did something that KD never did. That's why he gets more respect. Okay? Is because the team that he was drafted to, that was a piece of shit when they drafted him, he stayed with his team, got better every year. Every year that Giannis Antetokounmpo has been in the league, he's gotten better. He's gotten better every year, and his presence on the team on the franchise raised the level of play for everybody else to where they ultimately he took a team, the Milwaukee Bucks, bro. Come on, bro. Like, I grew up in the 90s and the 2000s, bro. The Milwaukee Bucks was always trash. They were never good. You know what I'm saying? They used to be like what the Warriors was before Steph Curry. Okay? He took the team that drafted him from the doldrums and raised them up, and they ended up winning the championship. KD never did that. KD never did that. You feel me? KD went and jumped on the bandwagon on a team that already was an all-time great team and got 2 measly little championships. You feel me? And thought he was supposed to get praise for that. Man, you didn't, man, please. What John Stockton say? Boy, you didn't you didn't climb the ladder, you took the elevator. You took the helicopter to the mountaintop. you took the helicopter. Oh, my mama. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. But so, yeah, I definitely don't want to hear nothing about, oh, well, if KD wouldn't have, his foot wouldn't have been on the line. Well, his foot was on the line. His toe was on the line. What you want him to do, bro? You know what I'm saying? Not only, so like I said, they was up 2-0 in that series. Okay? So, they spotted you 2 games. You only had to win 2 out of the last 5 games. You couldn't do it. Okay. Not only that same game that you talking about, the foot game where the toe was on the line, they went into overtime. You had a whole extra 5 minutes to prove that I'm Kevin Durant. You know my name. I'm Kevin Durant. I'm better than this dude, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I'm finna show y'all why. The game went into overtime. So what happened in overtime? What happened, big dog? You know what I'm saying? I just want to know. Somebody let me know. You know what I'm saying? What happened? So I don't want to hear it, bro. It's a whole bunch of excuses. I'm with results. You either did it or you didn't. You either won or you lost. Ain't no coulda, woulda, shoulda. If I would have had this, if my foot wouldn't have been on the line, if I would have had Shaq, I would have won a ring too. And if I would, man, don't nobody want to hear all that, bro. Don't nobody want to hear all that. You either got it done or you didn't. You feel me? Marie Sharon said, don't sleep on a healthy Sixers team this year. That's a fucking joke, right? A healthy Sixers team? Man, them niggas ain't been healthy. Them niggas ain't been healthy in about 5 years, man. Like, man, it's over for Joel Embiid. He ain't gonna never be healthy again. That's a wrap. You ain't gonna, he too big. Like, them, he got degenerative knees. Them knees is shot, okay? Joel Embiid, it is a wrap. You feel me? He won that little MVP, and he's satisfied. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't gonna happen. Do they still got Paul George? Do the Sixers still got Paul George? If they got Paul George, you know he gonna get hurt too. He ain't doing nothing but playing for the money. You understand me? So betting on a healthy Sixers team, that's pure comedy right there. You understand me? They ain't gonna never be healthy. Somebody said just like Jordan. Just like Jordan what? Robert Murrow said not in my top 10. Kevin Durant is a great player. He's not top 10, bro. He's not top 10. Kevin Durant is not over Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Bird, Tim Duncan, LeBron James, Shaq O'Neal, Bill Russell, Steph Curry. That's 10 right there. You feel me? Then Wilt Chamberlain. I mean, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. We not doing that. We not doing that. I slot KD somewhere like around, maybe, 13 to 15. He close to the top 10. He just not top 10. You feel me? On my mom. Everybody in the chat, give your boy a like one time. Robert Morrow, tell me one player LeBron made better. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. I'm with you on that. LeBron ain't made no damn body better except for his own damn self and role player. My whole thing with LeBron always been, if you a star player, don't go play with LeBron James. Because as soon as you go play with him, that's it. He ruined Chris Bosh's prime, ruined Dwayne Wade's prime, ruined Kevin Love's prime, ruined Anthony Davis' prime, ruined Russell Westbrook's prime. The only prime he didn't ruin was Kyrie Irving, because Kyrie Irving was so young, you know what I'm saying? And Kyrie Irving was still on the come up, like, you know what I'm saying? That's the only player. Any other star player, if you a star player, don't go play with LeBron James, because you're going to be subject to becoming a spot-up shooter. Just standing on the corner somewhere waiting to, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Robert Morrow said Curry is one of the best. On my mama. Everybody know this. KD is probably the most efficient scorer ever. Bullshit. Bullshit. No, he's not. No, he's not. If he's so efficient, if Kevin Durant ain't even he don't even have a 60-point game in his career, bro. Steph Curry got multiple 60-point games. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. Like, bro, he's one of the best, the most efficient. He's an efficient scorer. I'm not going to say he's not an efficient scorer. He's an efficient scorer. So you ain't going to get me to say he's not efficient. Kevin Durant will give your ass 30 points on damn near 12 shots. You'd be like, yeah, this boy took 12 shots and he had 30 points. But what I'm saying is, they give it all this, he's the greatest scorer. He's the greatest scorer. No, he's not. He's not a better scorer than Michael Jordan. He's not. To me, I don't give a damn what nobody say. Don't nobody do nothing better on the court than Michael Jordan. Nothing, except for Steph Curry. Steph Curry is the all-time greatest shooter of all time. That's it. Other than that, and it's really that he's a better three-point shooter than Michael Jordan. I don't know about overall shooter, but three-point shooter, yeah. You understand me? But obviously he's going to get the moniker of being the greatest shooter of all time. You know what I'm saying? So and he deserves that. But when it comes to Michael Jordan, when it comes to playing the game of basketball, I don't know nobody that do nothing on the court better than Michael Jordan. Like, what y'all got to understand about Michael Jordan is he did not have a weakness on the basketball court. There was nothing that he couldn't do, offensively or defensively. He was a perfect basketball player. Oh, well, he couldn't shoot three. Yes, he could. It's just that they wasn't shooting a gazillion threes in that era. But he wasn't a bad three-point shooter. He could shoot threes. Y'all forgot about the Portland Trailblazers in '92? When he went off hitting all them threes? Y'all forgot that? You feel me? He didn't have no weakness. The only other player that I could think about right now, off the top of my head, that I don't think was that also did not have a weakness on the basketball court. Trying to think if it's something about somebody that I'm overthinking, but the only other player that I can think about that also did not have a weakness on the court is Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant didn't have a weakness either, offensively or defensively. There's nothing that he could not do. Great offensive player, great defensive player. You feel me? Those are the two players off the top of my head that I can think of that they did not have a single weakness. There was nothing that they could not do and excel at and do well on the basketball court. They are almost, well, ain't no almost with Michael Jordan. He was a perfect basketball player. He was perfect. Okay. And Kobe Bryant was almost right there with him, as far as just perfecto, okay, on the basketball court. Marie Sharon says, I'm sleeping on the Sixers this year. I'm sleeping on them. I'm sleeping on their ass. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm going to have to, hey, some teams, I got to see it before I believe it, man. You understand me? Off the top. You feel me? I can't, I'm not the Sixers, man, please. They can't stay healthy. Why would I put my faith in the team that they best player, he gonna miss half the season? You feel me? His knees is getting ready to fall off his legs. You feel me? Somebody said, I better not catch you in my hood. I'm a jelly your biscuit on hood. Danny May, KD nowhere near Magic. Come on, man, stop playing. EA Sports, it's a paid advertisement. KD went to 72-win team and made them worse. I'm just saying, I mean, that's a little exaggerated a little bit. I wouldn't say he made it worse, but you know what I mean? Because that 2017 Warriors team, sheesh, that's one of the greatest teams of all times right there. You feel me? Like, that 2017 Warriors team, they won 67 games. I know that the 2016 team won 73 games, but they won 67 games. I mean, the 15 team won 67 games, but they won 67 games, and they only lost one game the entire playoffs. I mean, damn. You feel me? I mean, just pure domination. You feel me? That was one of the greatest teams of all time right there. Isaiah said, I'm tripping. I'm not tripping, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like, KD, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping, bro. Magic would be trash in today's game. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. See, when people say stuff like that, what you're doing is you're looking at the Magic Johnson that we know from the 80s, and you're saying if you just plop him in today's game, that he would still be that same type. It would not be like that. It's the same thing like when they say, oh, if Steph Curry played in the 80s and 90s, he wouldn't be doing all that. He wouldn't have. Bro, you got to understand, you play to your era. You play to your era. So if Steph Curry, if you put Steph Curry in the 80s or 90s, he's going to be more tougher. He's going to be more rougher because that's how they was playing at that time. You feel me? So Magic Johnson, all the all-time greats, if you ask me, all the all-time greats would be great in any era. If you are, all the all-time greats. Now maybe certain role players, okay, you know, maybe some of their game may not translate, you know, fully, but I feel like it's just my opinion that most to all-time great players, their game would transition to any era, bro. That's why they all-time greats. You feel me? That's why they all-time greats. That's just me. So if you put Magic in today's era, like, okay, so like, for example, all Penny Hardaway was, and anybody that know about Penny, no. Now, y'all want to talk about if, wouldas, and couldas, and shouldas. If Penny Hardaway don't have injuries, he is point blank going down as one of the greatest of all time. Penny was like that. Penny was like that. On my mama, Penny was like that. Straight up. You feel me? So, but all Penny Hardaway was just like an advanced version or a souped up, futurized version of Magic Johnson. You know what I'm saying? So, Magic would have been able to, Magic would have translated. Danny May said, no, they would have won it all. They played the Bucks in the second round, and the Nets would have killed the Hawks. I agree with you on that, Danny May. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. They would have beat the Hawks. They would have beat the Hawks. So they would have at least been in the finals. Now, would they have beat the Suns? Who knows? Chris Paul is tough, but who knows? I'm not guaranteeing that they would have just beat the Phoenix Suns. You know what I'm saying? But they definitely would have beat the Hawks. But they had their chances though, bro. You know what I mean? It's not like I said, they was up 2-0 in that series. They spotted them 2 games. You feel me? And then in that game that we talking about where KD's foot was on the line, they did go into overtime. So he had 5 minutes to prove who he was, and he could have did that right there. Didn't happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is. Only reason they blew that lead was because Kyrie got injured in game 2. See, here we go. Here we go with the excuses. You know what I'm saying? Here we go with it just is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? KD, there's no excuse for KD, bro. I'm sorry. Like, you went to Brooklyn, you had Kyrie over there, you had James Harden over there. It didn't work, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, in 2022, you got swept out of the first round by the Boston Celtics, who ended up going to the NBA Finals and getting a number put on them by Steph Curry. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? He was doing this in the third quarter, game 6 in Boston. Steph Curry was like this. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that, big dog. Go on, size me up, big dog. You understand me? Yeah. At your crib. Steph Curry came in to your crib, kicked his feet up. You understand me? Went to the refrigerator, went and got him a beer, sat down. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, bro, the same team, like they want to talk about, oh yeah, because you know, KD, you know, oh yeah, KD, if KD don't go over there to Golden State, you know what I'm saying? They don't win them 2 rings. Well, if that's the case, then how did Steph Curry do what he did against the 22 Boston Celtics and Kevin Durant couldn't do nothing? And Kyrie was there the whole series. He was there the whole series, so there ain't no excuse about somebody got hurt in that series right there. You feel me? So my point in saying all this is, I don't want to hear nothing about the KD stuff, bro. KD didn't have his chances. Boy, you done been on like 3 super teams since you left Golden State, and you ain't never even been outside the second round. So I don't even want to hear it. Brooklyn failed. Phoenix failed. Okay? And then now he with Houston, and they getting ready to fail. So my thing is, yeah, I don't want to hear it. KD done had enough chances to prove that, hey, I am what they say I am. I'm not saying he's not an all-time great player. He is. I'm not saying he's not one of the an efficient scorer. He is. I'm not saying none of that. All I'm saying, you understand me, is that when it comes to KD, they putting a little bit of the 2 on the 10. Like, I don't understand. He keep getting passes. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't get I don't feel like he gets the right criticism that he should get for these failures. You know what I'm saying? Let LeBron James have gotten swept by Boston Celtics in the first round and had that type of putrid performance that KD had against the Boston Celtics and getting shut down by Jason Tatum. You feel me? And Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown. And like, come on, man. Stop it. I don't want to hear it. KD didn't have enough chances. Name a team where KD didn't play with 2 Hall of Famers. Oh, my mama! Michael Redd. MJ played with Hall of Fame players. MJ played with Hall of Fame players, okay? But the only difference is, I'll say this. The only Hall of Fame players that he played with is Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman, right? But Dennis Rodman wasn't an offensive player, okay? And on top of that, I mean, Jordan already had 3 rings before Dennis Rodman came over there. So that don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? He had already won 3 rings. Dennis Rodman was only there for the second 3-peat, not the first one, okay? And when we're talking about Scottie Pippen, great player, one of the greatest defenders of all time, you can't take that away. However, Scottie Pippen ended up being the type of player that he was because of Michael Jordan. Jordan was tough. Like, Scottie kind of had the reputation early in his career as kind of being a little bit softer. You feel me? But you can't be soft playing with Michael Jordan. You feel me? Steve Kerr found that out. You feel me? You can't be soft. So Scottie Pippen playing with Michael Jordan actually like made him a better player. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say that you know, Scottie Pippen don't deserve credit you know, on his own merits, because he does. I'm just saying that Scottie Pippen partly became the player that he became because he played with Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And you couldn't be no little bitch playing with Michael Jordan. Who say the Detroit Lions? Who say Detroit Lions saw Detroit Lions versus Ravens? I was watching that game. I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow night when I do my NFL Week 3 recaps. Okay, let me get back to this. This Tracy McGrady thing though. You feel me? Or say to that he made. KD also had 0 in OT, so that's low key his fault. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. How you don't score no points in the damn in overtime in the playoff in the pivotal playoff game? Wasn't that game 7 too? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Motor Maverick, Bucks fan here. I'm just, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm just here to preach the gospel and just tell it like it is. I love me some Giannis. I ain't no Bucks fan or nothing like that, but you feel me? I just call it how I see it. Isaiah, his team was hurt. Who team? All this somebody team was hurt shit, man. Y'all got more excuses than a little bit, man. Oh, he was hurt. Injuries is part of the game, bro. Injuries happen. It is what it is. I have David, not to tell them, Giannis to go. Bucks are toast for the foreseeable future. I'm not gonna say I disagree with that, but I'm not gonna fully agree with it either. You feel me? They not looking in the best state right now. The Milwaukee Bucks I'm talking about, but with Giannis, if they can, find a way to just tweak some shit. This was my thing with the Bucks. The Bucks' downfall started first and foremost when they fired Mike Budenholzer. You shouldn't have never done that. That's first and foremost. Secondly, when they traded away Drew Holiday. Okay? That's the second thing where they messed up at. They shouldn't have did that. You feel me? And then they brought in Damian Lillard. And Damian Lillard, they get Damian Lillard. This supposed to be Dame and Giannis, and you know what I mean? The team got worse. The team got damn worse with Dame time. That's crazy. You feel me? So the Bucks made a mistake when they fired Mike Budenholzer and when they traded away Drew Holiday. They should have did that. You feel me? AJ the Destroyer said, why hasn't LeBron won more rings? Because the basketball gods ain't going to continue to let you cheat your way to championships and keep stacking the deck and stacking teams and wanting to play with all the all-star players in the league and win championships. They're not going to allow it to happen. Okay? So that's the reason why LeBron James ain't going to win no more rings. He's older. He's old now. He's not the same player that he was. And like I said, the basketball guys ain't going to let you keep trying to stack the deck towards more championships. It don't work like that. You got to get it out the mud, big dog. You feel me? And the NBA is done with LeBron James, bro. It's time for that man to retire, bro. Bro, move on. We done with you, boy. Marie Sharon said 2 years ago he was the MVP. Stop. Who was the MVP 2 years ago? Joel going to... Oh, you talking about Joel Embiid? Man, in sports terms, 2 years ago is like a long time, bro. But I don't give a damn, bro, if he was the MVP 2 years ago, bro. Like, I'm sorry, bro. He's not reliable, bro. He's going to get hurt. Okay? He don't got no knees. You feel me? And he's too big. He don't got no knees. He has degenerative knees. Them shits is getting ready to fall off. So, like, it's not going to get better the older that he gets. You know what I'm saying? So he's only getting older. So his injury issues are only going to get worse. If you notice, he's a big body. He's a big player. If you notice, a lot of his injuries are lower extremities, knees, feet, ankles, something that got to do with the legs because he's too big. And he out of shape. Yeah, I mean, I give it to Maxey. Maxey is a solid player, but you know what I mean? Like, Maxey, like, listen, what's his name? Tyrese Maxey. If Maxey is your best player, bro, like, and I'm not trying to shit on Maxey, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if he's your best player, you're not going very far, bro. Like, he's just, he's just a typical, good NBA player, bro. He's nothing like special like that. You know what I'm saying? You're not going far like that if he's your best player. Elarizaya EB say, what's your opinion about the David case? I didn't even know who that dude was. I never heard about him until he came in the news about killing that little girl. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have an opinion on that. I don't even know bro like that. I know he's a singer, you know what I'm saying? But I never even heard of him before this. Danny May said Hawks gonna be top 4 seed in the East. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm not a believer in Trae Young at all. You know what I'm saying? Just like Pat Bev said, boy, you ain't did nothing. You talk all these stats that you got, the empty stats, bro. It don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a believer in Trae Young. You feel me? At all. Maxie nice too. He nice, but he ain't no game changer or nothing like that. Sermons with Nathan said, God loves you and wants you to experience the peace and life he offers. Repent, for Jesus will be back to take his people one day. So repent and love him so much and care for him and obey him. It's free. Facts. Whoever saw a Bill Russell game. Bro, come on, bro. I feel what you're saying, but I'm just saying, bro, like, Bill Russell was Bill Russell, man. You feel me? I never seen it, but you know what I'm saying? Mary Sharon, he said MJ played with at least 2 Hall of Famers, but the difference is my ranks first or second on like every category. Yeah. MJ is like, it's not even debatable, bro. He's the best basketball player of all time. Like, that's not even. Why did Klay Thompson leave the Warriors? AJ the Destroyer said. Man, Klay Thompson felt that they didn't, that the Warriors were not respecting him as much as they should have for his contribution towards the team. You know what I'm saying? He kind of did it to himself a little bit, but that's all it was. It was just he wanted to go elsewhere. And the reason why I say he kind of did it to himself is because they offered him the year before he left to go to Dallas. They offered him 2 years, $48 million, and he declined that. He thought that was like a slap in the face type shit, but it kind of wasn't, because like when Klay Thompson got injured, when he tore his ACL, they gave him a max contract right after that. They gave Klay Thompson a max contract after the 2019 season, knowing he was not going to be available to play the very next year. They maxed him out, 40-something million. They gave him 4 years, $200 million, something like the 4. You know what I mean? They maxed him out. So when that contract was coming to an end, I guess he felt like he wanted another max deal or something comparable to it. And they said, listen, brother, we got 2 years, $48 million for you. 24 million a year. We not finna max you out again. You're on the decline now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we understand everything you done done for our franchise. We not, come on now, but it's like we can't pay you $35-40 million a year. And you got bad knees now. You know what I'm saying? That just wouldn't be smart. You feel me? But we got a nice cool little contract for you. We'll pay you $24 million a year. I think he should have took that, because Draymond Green ended up basically getting something similar. 4 years, $100 million. You feel me? Now Draymond could have probably got a little bit more on the open market. I think they were saying like he almost either went to the Sacramento Kings or the Memphis Grizzlies. It was almost a done deal that Draymond Green was getting ready to go to the Memphis Grizzlies over there with Ja Morant. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't happen. It didn't happen. And he ended up signing for $25 million a year. They was trying to give Klay Thompson $25 million a year. It was 24, but you know, basically the same thing. I think that was an adequate amount for where he was at in his career, and along with the injury history now and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And he scoffed at that. Didn't take the deal. Played out that year and said, you know, after that, said that's good. I'm out. I'm bouncing. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say he should have took it because overall, with the Dallas Mavericks, he got more money, but it was less per year. So overall, he got $50 to $51 million, but it was over 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So that's like $17 million a year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got $51 million over 3 years. So he got $17 million a year. The Warriors was offering him $24 million a year. You know what I'm saying? And to stay with the dynasty team that you helped create. You know what I mean? And to possibly continue on to try to win more championships. So I think he should have took that. But I think he I think he kind of maybe let his emotions get a little bit too much of the best of him, you know what I'm saying? Because he felt like, you know, and rightfully so. I understand. He like, bro, listen, bro, like, I done some big things for this franchise. Y'all know who I am? Game 6 Klay. Come on now. Show me a little bit more respect than that. But it's a business at the same time too, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that was and that contract would have lined up perfectly with I believe with Steph Curry and Draymond Green and Steve Kerr's final year of their contracts too, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. So I think he should have took it. Rishan said Klay left for money. I mean, I don't think yeah, he, like I said, ultimately he got paid more money overall, but he's getting paid less per year though. WWBC said he made Bronny better. Man, please, Bronny trash. Bronny is doo-doo. Russ was falling off. AD had his best year career 2020, and he was a top 3 player in the league. I probably exaggerated with Anthony Davis a little bit, but nah, Russell Westbrook, I'm sorry. What I didn't like about Russell Westbrook going to the Lakers over there is because they tried to blame Russ for everything. Like the failures of the team was strictly on Russell Westbrook. And we all see that that's cap. Russell Westbrook contributed to the Clippers having some recent success. Not like ultimate like success, but you know, they were a solid team. And Russell Westbrook played well. And he contributed to the Denver Nuggets last year. You feel me? So that was my whole thing. I felt like the media and all the bronzexuals were trying to ruin the career of Russell Westbrook, trying to put all the blame on him. And we see he wasn't to be to blame, because this past year, the Lakers, what did the Lakers do? What round did they get bounced out in? They got bounced out. And one of them years, they didn't even make the damn playoffs. And then the other year they got bounced in the first round or something. So it wasn't Russell Westbrook's fault, bro. That's what I hated. Hey, Snax, you are a libtard. Okay, thank you. I don't know what that means, but okay. LeBron didn't ruin Westbrook's prime, and Mario Chalmers looked good in that finals. Mario Chalmers, I said star players. Mario Chalmers was not a star player. I'm saying star players, when you go play with LeBron James, that's a wrap. That's it. Your ass gonna end up spot up shooter. That's what's going to happen. We've seen it happen many times. So that's what I'm talking about. Marie Sharon says Joel Embiid 60-point games. How many rings? How many rings? I don't give a damn about them 60-point games. Win some damn championships. Make a deep playoff run. I don't give a damn about how many 60-point games you got. More Life said you 100% right. Oh, my mama, I know I'm right. Ray Allen shot better threes. Bro, at that point in Ray Allen's career, bro, he was not. That's the perfect type of player that LeBron James want to play with. Somebody that's going to stand over there in the corner and wait to get the ball passed to them so they can shoot a three. Neil said they too young to know how good Jordan was. Obviously. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do, hey, just go look up. All you gotta do is go to YouTube. That's all you gotta do. Jordan absolutely dominated his era. 2 3-peats. Stop playing, bro. This boy three-peated. Went to go play a whole nother sport. Came back and 3-peated again. Stop fucking playing. Marie Sharon, everything else he was good at, though. K. Mossy, Kobe, MJ, and Steph are ball haulers. LeBron James. Kobe's shot selection is a huge. Saying Kobe's shot selection. Listen, Kobe Bryant was between him, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson. Those are 3 of the toughest shot makers. Those are, when it comes to making a tough shot, like Kobe was a tough shot maker, if you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like he might have took some bad shots, but he made them shits. You feel me? I think only category Jordan isn't first in all-time points. He could have been, though. He could have been. He said it out his own mouth. If I wanted Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record, I could go get it. He said, I don't play for that. That's not, you know what I mean? I play for championships. You feel me? And we know he didn't give a damn about it because he retired 2 or 3 times. You know what I'm saying? If he really would have wanted the all-time record, he would have never retired. People got to remember, bro, Jordan did, take out the Wizard year. Everybody know them Wizard years, that shit don't count. I don't give a damn about that. While he was playing for the Bulls, we have to remember, Michael Jordan did everything that he did in 13 years, bro. 13 years total. I could actually say he did it in 11 years. And all that shit. 6 rings, 5 MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year award, all that. 72-10 record, you know. He did all of that in 13 years, and I can make a case that it was 11. The reason why I can make a case that it was 11 years is because So he played 13 years in total with the Chicago Bulls, okay? But his second year in the league, his sophomore year in the league, he either broke his ankle or his foot or whatever. So he missed the majority of that season. And then he came back. They had a bad record that year, but it was still good enough to make the playoffs, be a bottom feeder team in the playoffs. Remember, this is the second year. And that was the year where they got swept, but they played the Boston Celtics in the playoffs in the first round, I believe it was, and that was the 63 points in Boston Garden when Larry Bird was like, yeah, that's God and that's Jesus in sneakers. You know what I'm saying? That was that year. But what I'm saying is, my point is, Michael Jordan, he didn't play the majority of that whole year. He barely came back like right before the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So you can almost kind of throw that year out. Okay. Then after his first retirement, my bad. After Jordan's first retirement, the year where he came back with 17 games to go in that season. Okay, and then they went to the playoff. He had just came off playing baseball. He had a whole year and a half off. Okay. They went to the playoffs and then they got bounced by the Orlando Magic. He came back and they went to the playoffs and they got bounced by the Orlando Magic in the second round. Penny Hardaway and Shaq O'Neal. So I'm saying, if you take those 2 years, he essentially did everything that he did in 11 years. So, and I'm talking about, he ended up being, at the time when Michael Jordan retired in his career fully, after his third retirement and shit, he point club. Okay. Most of the players that are in the 30,000 point club are all players that have played 18, 19, 20 plus years. LeBron James is number one. He going on year 23. Second, is Kareem Abdul. I believe he played 20 years. If not 20, close to it, 19 or 20. But I think he played 20, 21 years, something like that. Third is Karl Malone. He played 18, 19 years, almost 20 years. If he might have played 22. Fourth is, I believe, Kobe Bryant. He played 20 years. Fifth now is Michael Jordan. 11 years, bro. Let's just get 13 years. Even if you want to throw the Wizards years in there, let's say 15. Okay, but I ain't even counting them. I'm gonna count the Bulls years. 13 years. So you do the math. Like they said in the movie, Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki played 20 years. So most of the players that surpass 30,000 career points all played 20 years. Jordan only played 13. So imagine that record. He wasn't tripping off that. Let me catch up to y'all in the chat. My bad. Who is bigger, the Lakers or Kobe? Leon W said, who's bigger, the Lakers or Kobe? I'm one of the most storied in sports franchises in sports history. So I would probably give it to the Lakers, but Kobe's pretty big. He's pretty big. Marie Sharon said they lost more games, bro. Time, Jada Snax. Respect. Stay consistent and healthy. Right on, big dog. Tell him MJ had that left hand too. Man, MJ didn't have no weaknesses. Time said, are you will be trashed in today's game? You wouldn't even be able to contain Magic. You must be off your rockers. No, I'm not off my rockers. I'm not off my rockers. I'm saying that Magic Johnson would still be an all-time great player in this era. Big man said, respectfully disagree. Curry would have gotten crushed and tossed around 24/7. No, he wouldn't have. Not at all. Not even a little bit. Once again, when you say that, what you're assuming is that you're taking the same player from this era and then you're putting him back in the 80s and 90s. That's not the way it works. It doesn't work that way. If Steph Curry played in the 80s and 90s, his game would be adapted to that era. That's thinking of it realistic. This whole fairy tale hypothetical world of taking a player now and just dropping them in the old days, or taking a player from the old days and just dropping them in this era, that's not a realistic way to look at it. You have to look at it. You got to look at skill set to factor in how they played in that era and assume that that player would adapt to the style of play in that era. So that's the reason why I say Steph Curry would totally be able to play in the 80s and 90s. I'm just sorry. I mean, we just players today can't stop Joker. That plays for Denver. Do y'all really think anybody in the league can handle Hakeem Olajuwon? Hey, Time, you right about that. Hakeem Olajuwon, yeah, he was the problem. Hakeem was a problem. They don't know Hakeem. Hakeem was you know what I'm saying? Anthony Penny Hardaway. I can't put Bill Russell in the top 10. He played in the era where they're only would airball 100 times a game. 100 times a game. Watch the highlights. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but you can only play in your era though, bro. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but you can't penalize him for that. He was one of the dominating players of his era. So it just got to give him credit for that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have a problem if you don't have him in your top 10. You know what I'm saying? I got Bill Russell in my top 10, but I kind of got him in between 5 and 10. You know what I'm saying? Grant Hill was about to change the game before he got hurt. Grant Hill was that dude too. Grant Hill and Penny Hardaway, if they didn't get hurt, them was Grant Hill was LeBron James before LeBron James. Straight up. NBA started in the 40s, I think. MJ got swept. Yeah, he got swept early in his career. Joshua Wilson says Warriors trash. It's all good. Hey, guess what? I done been to four parades. I done been to 4 championship parades. So call that, if that's trash, hey, I'll take that. Why you got to do that to me, bro? Bringing up bad memories. Oh, my bad, Danny May. I forgot. You a Boston fan. I forgot. My bad. Lucky Fluke said KD equals kind of disappointed. Yeah. On my mama. I'm going to speed up. Brandon Roy was nice before he got injured. Yeah, Brandon Roy was nice. There's a couple that still could play, but Magic, Bill Russell, nice. Like they're making it. Caitlin Clark in my top. see, I was rooting for them in those days until they broke off and sold out like busters. Well, really, it was KD. Yeah, I mean, Russ was still pushing a hard line and was respected at that time. And then he had to get up out of there too. Jason career by joining the Warriors. He did. Mark G said Hakeem was a bum. Oh my gosh. I never heard such things. Yes, there be. Hakeem wasn't nowhere near no. James Cash said, motherfuck Steph Curry. It's garbage. Yeah, okay, buddy. Opinions are like asses. Everybody got one. You feel me? Nobody wanted to play basketball in the 80s. Everybody wanted to hoop in the 90s. Oh, my mama. Everybody said, bro, he you an iPhone. Cricket service keep freezing. I think I'm back. Like I said, 2013. Sizzle, my boy Sizzle in the building. If Kobe didn't get hurt, he would have had all-time scoring title. Oh, my mama. So let me get back to this though, real quick, so I can let me get back to these fools. I got a couple more little clips I want to play now that this stream is kind of look like it's back functioning right. Let me see.
There was no way he was gonna go and start that season saying he's a second option because he's like, wait, I'm three-time champ. Where's this Jordan talk? And it was like, yeah, Jordan's here now. The GOAT's here. And that's what really pissed him off. That's why he was going at him so hard. That's why he was going at him so hard and why it was so personal to him, because he comes back in the middle of what he's doing and nobody's giving him the love for it.
Gilbert is a straight James Cash.
Because then it becomes, you don't got no scoring titles, you ain't got no MVPs, and it was just like
straight bum.
Going back to, that time and the comments, like it was no disrespect to Cole, but
it was absolute disrespect.
Myself as a player at that particular,
absolute disrespect to Kobe. You should have never said it. You feel me? Like, these dudes is goofy. Just like you said, James Cash, these dudes is goofy, bro. Like, all this revisionist history, trying to rewrite history, create narratives, and I woulda, coulda, shoulda did this if I woulda had Shaq and all that. When boy, you didn't even get out the first round. You couldn't even get out the first round and on no team you was on as a star player. And you got the nerve to open your mouth up about the great Kobe Bryant, somebody that went to 3 consecutive finals after Shaq left and won back-to-back championships. You feel me? Now you want to talk about, man, it was no disrespect to Kobe. It was disrespect to Kobe. To say that just swap us in and out, plot me in there, and I would have been able to do the same thing. Fuck out of here, bro. Like that's a goofy ass statement to make.
Like
justifiably so.
Come on, man. You got to go from like what I had to go through as a rookie.
See,
similar to what Kobe. Like we came in and we sat our ass down.
See, he tried to make a point and then realized, wait, Kobe went through the same thing. Talking about, you had to realize what I had to go through as a rookie, because he's talking about his rookie year. His coach was hard on him and he wasn't getting a lot of playing time. Kobe didn't get a lot of playing time his rookie season either. What you mean? Stop making excuses.
No, and we had our coach like going at us, you know what I mean? Didn't give us that opportunity. So to experience that, and then Vince comes the next year, right? Takes the league by storm his rookie year. So now I'm my development is kind of delayed a little bit.
Excuses. Now your development is delayed because Vince Carter came. This is loser talk right here, bro. This is loser mentality. You got all of these excuses. If you really like that, if you really Himothy, no player can come to the team and delay your development, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like Kobe didn't let nobody delay his development. He was saying, put me out there. I guarantee you, I'm finna bust ass off the top.
In terms of that, so I'm coming off the bench. Yeah. I don't really start until my third year, bro. Mm-hmm. And I ain't even start, like, majority of those games, I don't think. So to get to Orlando, and then
This boy making more excuses than a little bit. This is sad.
I take off, and I'm fucking competing against Kobe Bryant, my nigga.
Hey, look. Hey, Sizzle, you see that? He almost got caught in the lie right there, trying to make it like, man, it was so hard for me my rookie year. Then you had to think about it. Wait, Kobe had a year too.
With Kobe?
I had a little baby curl like you.
Think about who.
I had the baby curl.
Think about who's in the league at this time. Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Allen Iverson, Paul Pierce, Kobe Bryant, Dirk, Steve Nash, all these greats, my nigga.
And Kobe excelled with all of them in the league. You ain't never heard Kobe sitting up there talking about, man, I had to play against Tim Duncan and Steve Nash and this and that and Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen. Man, it was just so hard for me. Man, don't nobody want to hear that. Just like his last game. This boy scored 60 points in his last game. What you mean, bro?
And a nigga like me is on NBA first team and top 5 in MVP voting? What? You don't think I'm supposed to feel that way? I'm supposed to feel like I'm supposed to feel like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, man.
I would if I did any of those things.
I'm supposed to feel that way. There's no disrespect, my brother. No, bro. Oh, bro, that man, when they accomplish what he's accomplished now, bro, let's come down to the 75th floor. Them motherfuckers on the 100th floor. Let's have a conversation on the 75th floor.
See, they be double talking. You know? He double talking. He trying to. I'm gonna give Kobe credit, but then at the same time, I'm gonna say that I could have did what he did if I played with Shaq, bro. You can't say both things at the same time. You either on his level or you're not. If you on his level, you trying to say, yeah, I could have did that too, which we all know is a lie because your ass didn't get out the first round. If you wasn't on his level, then you say, man, I wasn't on that level. I was a great player, but I wasn't on that type of level. You feel me? Kobe had 2 separate careers. He had the jersey number 8 career, 10 years, and jersey 4 career. Okay, he won 3 championships in number 8. He won 2 championships in number 24. And in both 10-year spans, it's basically as far as like points scored and all that. I don't want to hear it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Kobe Bryant had two separate Hall of Fame careers in one. Nah, the West was tough. 2013 and 14, brother. Kobe was gassed. What you mean by that? Gilbert is trash just like his goofy ass. Hey, that is a goofy ass name. What type of nigga name is Gilbert? I don't know no nigga named Gilbert. I ain't met nobody in my life named Gilbert. Boy, your ass got a motherfucking Mr. Rogers neighborhood ass name. You feel me? I ain't never met nobody named Gilbert.
But I thought you got to think. What is it? What do you think it takes to be the main guy to win that championship? Like, give me some things in basketball. What it takes.
You tell me.
For me, for you, I don't know. For you, I think you just need it.
No, not. I'm saying not for me, but I'm saying the mindset of a player to win a championship. Win some of the intangibles.
Oh, I see why he asking now. I see why T-Mac is asking that, because he don't know. He has no clue the mindset that you got to have to be a star player to lead a team to a championship. So that's why he asking, you know what I mean? Because he doesn't know.
A little bit of everything. It's the mindset of, and, you know, I've seen that with Kobe. I've seen that with Steph. You know, I've seen the preparation with Draymond and all them.
Nick Young, for games and Nick Young is the only player up here that's talking with some sense.
With the Warriors. And sometimes teams are just better than, like, the Warriors, we were just pretty much better than everybody. But
so, Nick, let me ask you. I was first team All-NBA. Shaq is averaging 38 and 16 in the finals.
Yes.
If I was Shaq's teammate, me and Shaq, at that time, look at the league.
I don't know. Penny Hardaway didn't get one, you know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Second-year player.
I'm just saying.
They got excuses for everything. Penny Hardaway didn't get one with him. Like, they need to stop acting like everybody was running around winning championships with Shaq. Shaq won with Kobe. That's it. When he went over there to Miami, yeah, they won that championship, but Dwayne Wade was the lead dog on that team. Period, point blank. And so these people need to stop acting like everywhere Shaq went, championships followed and all that. Nah, bro.
Hardaway was older than Shaq. I'm sorry, I don't know what basketball you brought. And this is all hypothetical talk, but I'm like, I'm not Shaq didn't win because there was a nigga named Michael Jordan. Did y'all forget there was Michael Jordan in the NBA back then? He was whooping ass before, retired. So you had 2 years to win. Shaq team wasn't ready. He was young,
Nick,
when he got there.
Excuses.
When he did develop.
Retard alert. Sad.
Yeah, hold on.
Sizzle, this is sad, bro.
Swag.
You was cold, bro. I'm not lying. No. He wasn't cold. But.
They trying to bully Swaggy P into Swaggy P trying to stand 10 toes down for Kobe. They trying to bully Swaggy P into being like, oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll say, yeah, you woulda, coulda, shoulda won with Shaq if you would have had this and would have had that and all that. It's sad, bro.
Swag, averaging 30 every playoff series at that time. Lead
2000.
Swag.
Not 2009.
Swag, leading fourth quarter in scoring at 8 points a game. Swag. Second in free throws behind guess who?
On my mama, Caesar.
Leading the league in scoring. Swag.
Who was the second best center in the league back then?
Nigga, nobody.
Swear, you're going.
I'm just saying, I could have went and got that man.
Okay.
Who was the second best center?
Then?
See?
I'm trying to think.
McGlure? I don't know who the fuck was the best center.
This nigga said Jamal McGlure.
No, it was Matamba.
In 02 or 1?
Kobe would not respond to this, Rude. On my mama.
Yeah, shit. He made the All-Star team.
Hey, James Cash, I never understood it. All of a sudden, bunch of NBA bums want to talk about greatness. I never understood it. Just like when the whole ring culture conversation was going on a few months ago. You got Jason Williams, Tracy McGrady, and Gilbert Arenas up there trying to downplay the importance of winning rings. You never hear great players with rings talk like that. It's only the players that don't got no championships sitting there talking about, you know, the rings ain't this and rings ain't that. But you'll never hear a great player with a ring or multiple rings talking like that. You feel me? Of course you gonna say that. You ain't got none.
Yeah. Like you're talking about, like, because when Shaq came in, there was a time where all the skinny centers that was coming in said we're gonna be power forward. Yeah. So they all went to the power forward and was scared of the center spot. Jermaine.
Facts.
No, he didn't pop off.
Facts.
He didn't pop off yet. When you're talking about 01.
Melo at least got to the conference finals. You know what I'm saying? With Denver, then went over there to the Knicks and won a series or two with them. You know what I'm saying? Like Tracy McGrady never even got out the first round, bro. This is why I don't understand this type of talk, bro. Like you gotta at least be a player that has at least gotten to the third round. You know what I mean? To sit up there and say, oh yeah, I would have been able to, you know what I mean? Like, bro, you never even got out of the first round. Like that you was all individualism, just scoring, no impact on winning at all. You know what I'm saying? Kobe wasn't nothing but a winner and still put up points.
He wasn't even playing when they played him in Portland.
But he wasn't he wasn't with Indiana yet.
Dirk won it, I think, 01-02. It was second team behind Shaq at center.
Oh, so they had him.
They were doing some janky stuff.
They were just putting him at center. It was no fucking center.
Yeah,
there was no center.
And Dikembe also in the mix.
It's all hypothetical, man. Yeah, we don't know, but it's just
Sacramento Queens ain't never made.
Shaq at that time. Hell yeah, bro.
You know the funny part is?
Hell yeah, bro.
When the Bulls retired,
Man,
the favorite to win the championship was the Lakers. This was in 98.
Oh,
This
now
was
they
Kobe's
want to cap.
first year as a starter. And the team was favored to win the championship. They had a lockout, and Spurs ended up winning it. Yeah. And then when they lost that, guess who came? Phil Jackson. That's when Phil Jackson was like, oh shit, they're NBA, they're championship ready. Yeah. So Phil came in, and then that's when they won. But they was favored in 98 when Kobe just became, because they had Glenn Rice. They had Glenn Rice at the time.
That's where they messed up.
You acting like people just won with Shaq now.
No,
we talking about at that time.
James Cass said, do you consider Shaq a GOAT level player? I do. I consider him a GOAT level player. As far as like you're a GOAT level player if you're a top 10 player. I do have Shaq in my top 10. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, like, Kobe was right about him. Like, he wasn't like he was just so much bigger and stronger than everybody that he just relied on that. What Kobe was saying about Shaq was, bro, like on some real shit, Jordan is who Jordan is. And this is the reason why he's the GOAT. But man, if Shaq like had that type of Mamba mentality that Kobe had, like that same mentality that Michael Jordan had, he damn near could have been the GOAT, bro. Like, because for a little while there, I mean, Shaq was when I say dominant, bro, like Shaq was no other, bro. Like, you couldn't do nothing with him down there. Like, he was ragdolling fools down there. You know what I'm saying? Shaq was on that. You feel me? But he always had too much other things going on. You know what I mean? Movies, rapping, you know what I mean? He was a jokester. You know, he always had all of these other things going on. So his 100% focus was not on basketball. He had other things going on. And then, you know what I mean? He wasn't taking care of himself in the off season. He was eating cheeseburgers and all that shit. He said it out his own mouth. So he did have GOAT level talent, you know what I'm saying? But I do consider Shaq a GOAT. He's just not the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these players, like in the top 10 all time, they all are GOATs. You know what I'm saying? They're just not the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, even though I could understand how, like, Shaq almost kind of like you can kind of say he's somewhat underachieved. You know what I'm saying? He damn near should have more. I mean, but you know, he got out of his career what he should have got out of it. It's just that if he would have had that Kobe level work ethic and that type of mentality to just tear the league up, you know what I mean? Because he tore the league up just with having just kind of like a so-so work ethic. So just imagine if he would have had that Kobe mentality work ethic. You feel me? Like that would have been something that the league never saw. I mean, he was something that the league never seen before. Kind of. I mean, Will Chamberlain was one of the most dominant players ever too, but Shaq was just on a whole different level. But I got to give him that. I ain't gonna sit here and you know, act like he wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Shaq was like that. But Isaiah said Orlando Shaq over Giannis. Orlando Shaq was nice. Over Giannis, yeah, that's not a bad choice. I can't say that's a bad choice. You know what I mean? Orlando Shaq was nice. I mean, he just, you know what I mean, he was a little more agile. You feel me? He wasn't as, you know, he was big, but he wasn't as he was still younger, you know what I mean? So he was still he was a little more nimble, quicker, you know what I mean? Golden Black said KD or Curry. Curry. That ain't even, you know what I mean? That's not even close. You can't double prime Shaq. Yeah, oh, you know, yeah, okay. Now you can't double prime Shaq. Yeah, prime Shaq, I mean, you know you couldn't, but you had to. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Shaq was something else. Definitely. Golden Black said KD better. Okay, well, why you asking it? You know what I'm saying? Bynum or Odin? Oh, Bynum off the top. I'm going Bynum. Odin, if he didn't have injuries, maybe, but with what we know about their career, I gotta go Bynum for sure. Yeah, but let me see, man. Hopefully this shit don't. My bad if this shit. I want to play one more clip. I'm gonna play. Always like playing my boy Scap Attack, bro. Because always like playing a clip from Scap Attack because Scap be coming with the he be coming with the facts, man, and he be coming with the stats. You feel me? So for these clowns right here talking about what they woulda, coulda, shoulda did if they would have played with Shaq and all that. I want to play. It's two more little clips I want to play real quick before I end it. Let me see. Okay, let me go. Let me go here. I want to tap clip. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of like drive the point home. Cause Scap, I don't know if y'all heard of Scap. Well, I know most of y'all probably heard of Scap, but if you haven't, check out Scap Attack. Subscribe to his page. He be having them facts. Here we go.
You need to localize assets without messing everything up.
Here we go.
Luckily, there's Adobe Express. Now you can look.
Well, as we all know, Tracy McGrady has gone full-blown turncoat on his once close
full-blown turncoat
Kobe Bryant, losing his mind and suggesting that he, T-Mac, would have won championships with Shaq in the same fashion.
Sean Bradley or Yao Ming? I gotta go Yao Ming. I gotta go Yao Ming on that one. Sean Bradley had a couple years, but you know, I gotta go Yao Ming on that.
Kobe Bryant did while making an appearance on ESPN, the worldwide leader in Kobe slander.
Replace me with Kobe with Shaq. I don't win a championship. You don't think I could carry the Lakers to a championship?
No.
I've never had the opportunity. Correct. I felt like
I never had the opportunity. Boy, if that don't sound like a loser, I don't know what else do, boy. Like that, I mean, what type of excuses? That's just ridiculous.
If I was put in that position to win a championship, I damn sure would show up and do.
Boy, put yourself in that position. What is you talking about? Bro, it's the reason why these people don't have rings, bro. Look how they talking. If I was put in that position, put yourself in that position. Kobe said, get Shaq out of here. You begging to play with Shaq. Kobe said, get him out of here. And I guarantee you, I'm going to get us to the promise, back to the promised land. And he did exactly that. So, what are you talking about?
What I do in the playoffs.
Now, not surprisingly, McGrady was joined on set in that appearance by Gilbert Arenas while making those comments. Agent Zero, the hibachi, of course, who was one of the foremost slanderers of the late, great Kobe Bryant. And like McGrady, Gil once fancied himself a big Kobe guy. But look,
facts, Quay May, out here.
What is happening here? These two have flipped for the money.
Look, we just want the money.
They
Scap
have
attack.
their hands
Y'all follow,
in the old cookie
subscribe,
jar,
Scap.
and Clutch Sportz
Look at this clown.
is writing checks. So it comes as little surprise that the two Clutch Sportz LeBron James sycophants would team up again within the last week on Gilbert's platform, Gil's Arena, to
AI at least got there.
Kobe Bryant's legacy like it's a.
Not only did he get there, he got a game off the great Kobe and Shaq Lakers. You know what I'm saying? The step over Tyronn Lue game. You feel me? So I don't even want to hear. And AI is damn near. AI is smaller than me. Like I'm like 6'1", 190. AI was 6 feet, 165. He was like Tupac size. You feel me? And out there doing all that, man.
Yada. And of course, it was the topic the two of them are obsessed most with, finding a way to simultaneously impugn Kobe's legacy while uplifting LeBron's. And surprise, surprise, it all comes back to, well, Shaq, Phil Jackson, and now the triangle offense of all things.
But if we take Bron, who he is now, with the athleticism, speed and everything, agility, and put him in that triangle, learning that, I think we talk about. I don't think it's a question.
Yeah,
bro.
I don't think there's a.
Bro, this is what lets you. I see. I now see why Tracy McGrady didn't win no rings. He don't. He was just functioning off pure talent. He don't really know basketball. Does he know what the triangle offense is? Okay, I never played in the triangle my damn self, but even I know what it is. The triangle offense is based off movement, passing the ball and movement. That took the ball out of Michael Jordan's hands, so he wouldn't be so ball dominant. Okay, the triangle offense is based on passing and moving, passing and moving, passing and moving. So LeBron has always needed to have the ball in his hand, like he's supremely ball dominant. So how could you say that LeBron James would that he would thrive in the triangle offense? The triangle offense is based on actually having the ball skills. LeBron James is just brute force, bigger, stronger, faster. I'm finna bulldoze my way to the basket, and just lay it up or dunk on you. That's all LeBron James is. He's never been a great shooter. Now, I will admit that over the course of LeBron James's career, he has improved his shooting, and he's became a better shooter. I give him credit for being a hard worker and having a work ethic as well. So I'll give him that. But LeBron James is not like supremely skilled. He's a supremely cerebral player, one of the smartest basketball players ever, and he's a great passer. You know what I'm saying? But the triangle offense is predicated on like movement and not having the ball be dominated by one player. That's never been LeBron James' game. So how could Tracy McGrady sit here and say, if you put LeBron James in the triangle offense, like, bro, he's not a good shooter, okay? And he needs the ball in his hand to be to have an impact on the game. So I'm not saying LeBron James couldn't like learn it or whatever, but he what he's shown us in his career, LeBron James is not he's not a great off the ball player like that. So what is this dude talking about? He don't know basketball.
Who the greatest player would be?
And bonus points and a bonus check probably from Clutch for T-Mac here for managing to throw shade at both Kobe and Michael Jordan with this one. McGrady is uplifting LeBron as if he was some kind of basketball mastermind and savant, and that Kobe...
Gucci Poppy, I'm not saying... Listen to what I'm saying, bro. It's not about assists. What I'm saying is the triangle offense, LeBron James is a ball-dominant type player. He's been that way his whole career. Anybody that's watched his game and watched his career knows that. And the triangle offense, it's based on being the opposite of that. One player is not going to dominate the ball. You have to move the ball and then move your body. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about assists. I'm talking about how the triangle offense, how you gotta the type of how you have to play in the triangle offense. It's not going to be in his hands for 20 of the 24 seconds of a possession. You have to move the ball and then you cut through and rotate and you move through the off and then the ball will find its way back to you. You know what I'm saying? But you're not going to dominate the ball the whole possession. So that's what I'm saying.
Needed the triangle.
But when you look at Bron and you look at Kobe, Bron is the system. Mm-hmm. Do we agree with that? Bron is the system. Kobe played in a system. Mm-hmm.
He questions and painted it in the light that LeBron would have been more successful, and it actually blew even Gil's mind.
Do you think if Bron played in a system like the triangle and Kobe was the system, do they have the same type of success individually?
And look, this is, as with most of these types of conversations, in the Lord's year of 2025, pure revisionary nonsense.
Well, it wasn't illegal to double team or something like that. No, it was never illegal to double team. What it was is that there was, I think for a while there was no zone defense. Like you couldn't play zone. Everything was man to man. And that's how you separate the men from the boys. You know what I'm saying? Can you play man to man? Can you just straight up just guard your man? Zone, what a zone defense does is it hides players that are defensive deficient. You know what I'm saying? Like you can hide the fact that you're not a great defender in a zone.
Suggesting that Kobe couldn't play like LeBron outside of the context of a system.
And Kobe can't be. He could beat a system, but he won't win. Is that what we're saying?
But that LeBron would have been even better within the system that forced you to sacrifice your own individual stats. A guy so utterly obsessed with the box score and counting statistics that he has erected his entire GOAT case around it would be all good with sacrificing to that degree is utterly hilarious. Of course, though, while Kobe showed he could easily lead the league in scoring while freelancing outside of any systems, a point that even McGrady and Gill can also stipulated that while Kobe may well have led the league in scoring every year if he wanted to outside of the triangle, he likely couldn't have won anything.
Every team he's won, he's been in a triangle.
Of course, they are using the minuscule sample size of teammates he had post-Shaq trade and pre-Gasol acquisition when he was playing with a roster of guys like Kwame Brown, Smush Parker, Brian Cook, Chris Mim, and Luke Walton. Guys who cumulatively throughout their entire NBA lifetimes never once made a single All-Star team or All-NBA designation. Not once, not ever, not between every single player in his top 9-man rotation for a 2-year span. But yes, let's hold that up as the reason why Kobe wouldn't have been able to win titles in a system built completely around him and his offensive skill set. LeBron, on the other hand, according to these two stooges, would have just started winning even sooner.
All this extra moving he does will have elevated his passing. And then when he decided to go, you can't stop him, right? So
the body scanner reveals the brutal truth.
These
about
dudes,
the
man.
the regular scale will never tell you.
This is hilarious.
It'd help him become a winner faster.
Of course, all of this assumes that LeBron not only would have been able to make the aforementioned statistical sacrifices, but also that he would have been able to acquire the kind of skills needed to thrive in the triangle offense.
I just said that.
Shooting and footwork, moving without the ball.
I just said that.
Old T-Mac hilariously suggested that it would have made LeBron develop those skills even faster.
Here's what I say to this. If Bron got introduced to the triangle at an early age,
that's different.
Bron would have expanded his game.
That would be different.
Tremendously.
Yeah.
And because he still hasn't developed those skills in 23 years. Here is coincidentally footage of the self-proclaimed king breaking literally every outside shot he attempted while recently in China for his
ain't nobody guarding you. You supposed to be an NBA player.
37% for his career outside.
You want people to call you the GOAT, and you can't make one shot.
Develop that more quickly in the triangle. Got it. And that, of course, with all of his driving lanes reduced. Oh, and another thing here, LeBron has throughout his career thrived in transition and in getting into and generating the offense as quickly as possible while he can exploit mismatches. But here is Carmelo Anthony talking about why the triangle offense failed in New York.
No, we can't slow it down when we got a fast break. We can't play in the 2-guard front when we got Derrick Rose and Raymond Felton. Like you can't do that. You can't put Derrick Rose up there in the 2-guard front. That's just not his game. Like we need D Rose up and down the court. That's where you see guys wasn't comfortable in that situation. I was one of them, but
slowing the game down. He wasn't comfortable.
So that was Melo. Basically, Melo is proving Scap's point about style of play, basically saying because what the triangle offense does is once you in a half court set, it slows it slows the offense down. It's like it methodically breaks the defense down through like passing and ball movement and body movement. And what Melo is saying is, for example, a player like D Rose, okay, who's not as big and strong as LeBron James, but their games are kind of like similar. You know what I mean? Supremely athletic, want to get downhill. You know what I'm saying? Don't shoot the best. So that's what Melo was like. We got, you know, and this is when Phil Jackson was the general manager over there at the New York Knicks. That's why he's saying this. Okay. So he's saying, like, bro, we got Melo. We can't, we need him we got Derrick Rose. We need him in the open court. You know what I mean? We can't be slowing it down. So he's proving Scap's point of saying that's the same way that LeBron James played. So what he's saying is this is counterintuitive to what Tracy McGrady is trying to say, by trying to say that if LeBron James would have played in the triangle offense earlier in his career or whatever, that, you know, he would have thrived in it and all that. He would not have thrived in it, bro. I'm not saying that he would have been trash or he couldn't have learned it or he could, you know what I mean? I'm not going to insult LeBron James like that. But we see his style of play. It isn't conducive to playing to playing a style of basketball like the triangle offense. It just ain't. You feel me? He's ball dominant. Like I said, in the triangle offense, one player is not going to dominate the ball. Phil Jackson was coaching Michael Jordan, for goodness sakes. If he ain't going to dominate the ball, it ain't going to be dominated by one person. He told Michael Jordan, no, pass it, bro. Pass the ball. Who tells Michael Jordan to pass the ball? This is Michael Jordan. So it proves Scap's point, and it shows that Tracy McGrady don't know what the hell he's talking about.
With it. Almost as if it wasn't necessarily easy to do. Kind of like not just anyone can do it.
You know, I was talking to Kobe all the time just about the triangle and just how to do things. I would call MJ and just get little pointers on him on how to play the triangle. But it was very hard because it wasn't hard to learn it.
This is the iPhone 17, and this is the new Ridge case.
Commercials.
And check this out.
It was hard to execute it.
Carmelo, by the way, was no slouch in his own right, as he is currently sitting at all-time on the NBA's all-time scoring list, as he finished his career about 300 points behind Shaquille O'Neal. Oh, there was also the pesky little admission here by McGrady that LeBron would have been forced into being the closer within this triangle offense.
Because it puts, you have to be the closer in the triangle, and it gives you the clearance.
This, though, is something McGrady was confident LeBron could do, despite the fact James has shot just 8 of 29.
Come on, man, we know he ain't no closer.
NBA Finals during clutch time, defined as the final 2 minutes of a one-score
D-Wade
game.
was the closer.
That's
Kyrie was the closer.
27.5%. His teams, as a consequence in those games, have gone just 10 and 11. And that is why LeBron is such a loser when it matters most, sporting that 4-6 finals record. Conversely, Kobe Bryant shot 10 of 20 in the finals during those same clutch moments, which was good for 50% from the field, while his teams went 11-5 in those such games, resulting in his 5-2 finals record.
Come on now.
T-Mac and Gil just don't realize there are levels to this shit. But then again, why are we listening to this blathering idiot about anything?
So if Braun is able
disrespect
to play in a system and be able to be the system, and one can't be the system, but he could be in a system, who's the best basketball player?
A guy who, mind you, never once won a single playoff series when he was actually actively playing on a roster. Yes, alas, poor T-Mac was just 19-31 in his entire postseason career.
Bro, when you put it like that, bro, like what Scap just said, see, I've been saying that T-Mac, I've been saying that Tracy McGrady never got out of the first round, which basically means, like, when you hear it the way Scap just said it, bro, you never won a playoff series, bro. You never even won a playoff series, bro. Like, how can you, bro? You supposed to show the utmost respect to Kobe Bryant. Like, off the top. Like, there should be no slander, no hatred, no I could have did this, woulda, coulda, shoulda. It should be none of that, bro. And this is just ridiculous. Everybody in the chat, give your boy a like one time.
Career. And you know what? I'll be damned. That record looks eerily similar to a certain someone's career NBA Finals record, which currently stands at just 22-33. Now, as for the triangle offense itself, of course, it is generally credited to Phil Jackson, but that really
Gucci
isn't
probably
the case
said,
at
fuck
all.
T-Mac.
It was originated by Sam Barry at the University of Southern 1930s. Tex Winter later learned the offense while playing under Barry in 1946 and 1947. Winter then later refined the system in his own.
See, this is why I like Scap, because he be breaking down the history on where shit came from and where it started.
Right, while acting as the head coach at Kansas State, and he, of course, was a longtime assistant of Jackson from 1985 through 2004 in both Chicago and Los Angeles. And according to Phil Jackson, look, it isn't rocket science.
It's not rocket science. That's Red Holzman used to say that all the time. This is not rocket science.
But there was an acknowledgement that this system isn't necessarily applicable to every player, particularly in today's era.
A lot of players don't have, per se, the skills, as you alluded to, to play in a system of offense that requires a skill.
But yes, sure, Tracy, LeBron would be the GOAT if he played in this system.
You take Bron, who he is now, with the athleticism, speed and everything, agility, and put him in that triangle, learning that, I think we're talking about...
That lets you know right there. That lets you know right there he don't know what he's talking about. He said, take LeBron and that speed and that agility, bro. Playing in a triangle offense, it don't got nothing to do with speed and agility, bro. It's actually slowing the offense down. Like I said, it's breaking down the defense methodically. So it's not about how fast you are, how quick you are. It's about how quick the ball moves. So what the Warriors end up doing is basically taking kind of like a combination of the triangle offense mixed with the Spurs, what the Spurs did and like their level of ball movement, and combined that with just out of this world 3-point shooting and precision like that. And that's the reason why the Warriors ended up turning into what they turned into. Because like I said, they took a combination of like the triangle offense, the Spurs ball movement, and precision shooting, and you had an explosion. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this dude don't know what he's talking about, and I see it now. You know what I mean? Tracy McGrady was I'm not saying he wasn't a great player. He was a great player. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he great as a lot of people think. He had a solid run. He had a solid 4 to 6 year run there where, you know what I mean, where he did some dope things, but it was all individually. It was all individualism, no impact on winning, none of that. This boy ain't never even won a playoff series. You know what I'm saying? He didn't win a playoff series until he became a bench player on the Spurs at the very, very end of his career, and they end up losing that finals to the Heat. You understand me?
I don't think it's a question. Yeah, you couldn't. I don't think there's a question who the greatest player would be.
And all it would have required was for him to all of a sudden develop footwork, shooting, and the ability to play without the ball, etc. All things he hasn't done in 23 years now and counting.
Facts.
Guys, many thanks as always.
It's ridiculous. I got one more clip I'm gonna play, man, and I'm gonna get up off here, man. And this is Kobe and T-Mac together talking. Okay. And let me see. When did I watch this? This is when did I see this? I might have to just search this one. But this is Kobe T-Mac interview. It's this one right here. Okay, here you go.
When you first met, when you guys first got to know each other as teenagers, did you recognize right away you were kind of kindred spirits in the way you approached the game?
Oh yeah, but he was freakishly more athletic and taller than I was,
and I had to get his work ethic. Because I was a little bit more reserved and never been around somebody work as hard as he did, and I learned that from him. Yeah, I had the athleticism, but the work ethic part I had to get from being around him.
So how old were you when you guys met?
I was 18, yeah, he was 19.
Right, because you're a year ahead.
Yeah, this is when I knew, okay, he likes to play mind games, and he always trying to get an edge on whoever his opponents, whatever. I don't care if I'm his friend, whatever. Right. I told him, I said, I'm about to go work out. And he was like, what are you going to work out for? You're in the off season. Like, you don't need to work out. And
Thank you. Thank you.
So, all right, go back to my room.
Thank you, Sizzle. Look how he talking, sitting right next to the man. You talking a little bit different. You talking with a little less bass in your voice and a whole lot more respect, nigga.
Change,
take it easy.
Chill for a minute. I go to the weight room. Who's in there? This dude. This dude. And I'm looking like, what?
So you have told a story.
Yeah.
Now watch this.
On a trip to Germany.
Yes.
Where y'all played one-on-one supposedly in a gym, and according to you, you won.
He's supposedly smoked. We didn't play one-on-one.
First of all, did you go to Germany?
We did play one-on-one. We wasn't keeping score. What we were doing.
Who wasn't look at this.
What we were doing, we were working on our footwork on the post. We were working out individually, and then we were working on our stuff.
Look at Kobe's face, bro.
On the post. We wasn't keeping score.
Look at Kobe's face. Kobe is like, now, this has happened to me before. This actually just happened to me today. When I'm having a conversation with my wife, having a little disagreement, and I'm telling her, cause see, I don't see, for me, I'm truthful. So when I'm trying to remind her of something that maybe she did or something she said in the past, I'm telling the story exactly how it happened. I got no reason to lie about nothing. Because she knows she was in the wrong for it, all of a sudden, oh, I don't remember that. I don't remember it that way, this and that. Yeah, I know you don't remember it that way because you don't want to remember your fuck-ups. You feel me? But I remember how it happened. You know what I'm saying? So Kobe's face is like, you gonna, like, hold on, bro. You gonna really get up here on TV right now and sit up there and act like we didn't play one-on-one and we wasn't keeping score? And you gonna think I would just get up here and just make this up? Like, come on, bro. Like, stop it. Obviously, you don't remember it because you don't want to remember it because I text your motherfucking ass.
Now, if somebody's playing a workout and if the person scores, they keep the ball, what is that?
We wasn't keeping score.
Have you ever been with him where he wasn't keeping? Let's be honest.
That's the question.
Now that you know him, has he ever, I mean, please, he has a cup of coffee and keeps score about who finishes
If he was
first.
keeping score, I wasn't keeping score. But
11-3.
Look. What? Look. If he was keeping score, so if he was keeping score, I wasn't keeping score. The fuck out of here with that shit, bro. Look at Kobe's face. Look at his face. He is appalled. Like, dude, you own that.
Don't remember that. I'm not going to pull a number out of thin air. I remember specifically. Now, I may forget a lot of things.
You forgot what we played.
One thing I'm not going to forget is the score.
It wasn't 11-3.
Oh, it was. It's okay, though.
No, it wasn't.
It's all right, man. You had an off day. It's okay.
7-3.
What?
You know, it happens to the best of us, man.
He turned it into practice.
It wasn't 11-3, though. I'll tell you that much.
So you guys brought different things to it when you were.
So who y'all believe? Who y'all believe? T-Mac or Kobe? I believe Kobe. Kobe ain't got no reason to lie about that. Comments. Who wasn't keeping score? It's probably the most Kobe thing I've ever heard. Watch this, make me realize. Look. He went from we didn't play each other to it wasn't 11-3. So first you were saying, oh no, we wasn't playing 1-on-1. Then all of a sudden now you want to say, well, it wasn't 11-3. Which one is it? You know what I'm saying? You never seen Kobe act around another player like he did T-Mac. That was a friendship. Kobe's definition of hard work beats talent. Kobe said, the one thing I'm not going to forget is the score. You feel me? Kobe was like, bro, I'm not just going to make this shit up out of thin air, my nigga. I'm not just going to just make some shit up out of just thin air, bro. You don't want to remember it. Okay, fine. You don't want to remember. I understand you don't want to remember. And that's why he was like, it's good. He pat him on the leg. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Poor little baby. You know what I mean? You know, you like, come on, bro. Like everything about that interaction right there tells you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Who had more of the dog in them? You know, who was more intense and just like, you know what I mean? And T-Mac even said at the beginning of that interview, I had to get the work ethic. I was more reserved. You feel me? So, you know, I just wanted to play that last little clip, but check it out. It's been 3 hours, fam. You know what I mean? This thing, man. Shout out to everybody that tapped in tonight. I'm gonna be back tomorrow night for the to do my NFL Week 3 recap. You know what I mean? And recap all of the games from this past week. You know what I mean? Before Week 4 starts on Thursday night. Shout out to everybody that slid through. James Cash, C. My boy Zelly Mac was up in here earlier. Gucci Poppy, Isaiah, you dig? Who else was up in here earlier? My boy Danny May was up in here. Yeah, everybody that was up. Tap back in with me tomorrow night. Salute. Snax on Sports. I'm gone. I'll be back with another one.